What's going on, everybody? It is Wednesday, the night before Thanksgiving, Wednesday Eve or Thanksgiving Eve, whatever they call it. It is the Mike and Mish show. What's up, Mike?
What's up, Kyle? We are here. We've got 5 super guests on tonight. It's a hell of a stack show, I have to say.
It is a hell of a stack show. And you know what I got going on with my eyes right now? Allergies. You got allergies?
I do. And
Makes me want to run my fucking head through a wall. I swear to God. We have Kevin Croom, who just stole the show the other day in where was that? That
Omaha.
was in Omaha, Nebraska. That's right. And then we got the champ, Luis Palomino following him, followed by the redneck Dave Mundell. Facebook, don't kick me off for saying redneck, you motherfuckers. And then we got his opponent, the champion at 175, Francesco Ricchi, coming on at 10 o'clock, and then we're going to finish up the show with the man himself, a gentleman of violence, Tom Shoaff. Stack show tonight. Man. Shout out to our sponsor real quick before we get this thing going. We have our boys over at Guerrilla Warfare. Mike and I are both wearing the shirts tonight. Go over there, use the promo code Mike and Mish, and get 15% off your total purchase. And I think right now you could skip our promo code and just go over there and get Black Friday prices, 20% off everything all week long. Get some Stay Violent shit. Let's 20%. Do it. 20% off all week for Guerrilla Warfare Apparel. And with that said, we're going to bring our first guest of the evening on. This guy stole the show in the ring, outside the ring, at the build-up videos, the interviews, everything. You all know him. Here he is, Kevin Croom. What's up, man?
Yo.
Can you hear us? Did we lose him?
Back out, come back in.
Yeah, back out and come right back out and come right back in. I'm going to text him.
Okay.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Let's go like this. I'm going to text him.
We just were talking to him 2 seconds ago. We could hear him, and now he's gone. But that happens sometimes with the stream here. You know? Give him a little text. Oh, he might be able to hear us now. Hold on.
Got you now. Sorry about that. Sorry about that, boys.
All good. What's going on, man?
Living the dream. How about you guys?
You know, we're all living a dream out here. Man, we watched that event the other day, and from the walkout to the walk away from the ring, I was like, dude, we got to get him on as soon as possible and capitalize on this dude's momentum, because you came into the BKFC with a head of steam, fur coat, t-shirt.
Let's go.
Talk a little bit about this, man. You're a longtime MMA veteran, but you're stepping into this new sport, and you took it by storm.
Yeah, man. Here's the thing: is I'm a prize fighter. If you got a prize I want, I'll fight for it. You know what I mean? Like I got, I think 6 pro boxing fights, a couple pro kickboxing. I'm down to clown, you know? So yeah, man, I just like to have fun. I love to fight, you know, and I do all this stuff for me. A lot of people will talk shit and be like, you know, he's a silly fuck, whatever. Like I do everything because I like to do it. You know, it's not for anybody else, you know? So that's what's up.
Dude, silly fuck. It's okay. I mean, you are who you are. And I got to tell you, man, I texted you. I messaged you right after that fight. The walkout T-shirt was fantastic.
Yeah.
Is that Kevin Croom original right there?
So one of my best friends and training partners, Gina Mazzani, or actually Gina Elliott now. I just married him a couple weeks ago. Her father has a picture of her father in the 70s on his Harley, wearing a shirt that says "I kiss snatches" and vice versa. And I saw that and I was like, dude, that's gold. I need that. Is that okay if I do it? She's like, fuck yeah. So
oh my God. It is gold. It is pure fucking gold. So
perfect. So and Gina, I do.
Gina married Tim?
Tim, yeah. I actually did the ceremony. It was a lot of fun.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So you're an ordained minister? You went
I am.
And took the quiz or what?
Church of the Latter-day Dude. The dude abides. May he abide in you.
Beautiful.
Yeah, I was trying to work out how I could drink a White Russian during the ceremony, but it didn't work out.
Yeah.
I hope you're drinking one tonight.
I got a little beverage, you know.
Oh, nice. Yeah. Don't we all?
Take a look at what Mike. Take a look at what Mike's drinking. Mike, what the fuck are you drinking?
This is something I stole from my wife upstairs. It's called Lover Boy. It's a sparkling hard tea. It's lemon iced tea.
All right.
Yeah, it's lemon iced tea. It's good. It's not bad.
All right. I'm down.
I got a little, as my grandfather would call it, a little tea, which would happen to be whiskey in a coffee mug.
Nice. I'm getting raw on the claw.
Hell yeah. I got some Truly over here too for backup, just in case I run out of the Lover Boy. I've got this kiwi mojito shit.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Kevin, the transition from MMA to bare knuckle, it wasn't that hard for you, obviously. Did you train any different? Did you do anything different heading into this one?
I mean, I only threw hands, obviously. So, I mean, not necessarily. I stopped grappling like a few weeks beforehand. But I mean, you know, I trained MMA. I did the classes just only through hands, you know, and I kind of made it a little bit different for me, you know. Did what I had to do, but I mean, it wasn't too different. Honestly, I believe, and I said this beforehand, like this fits into my skill set already. I'm really good at what I do, and that equates into bare knuckle amazingly. So heck yeah.
We actually talked to Brian Sosha after the event, a couple days after the event, and he said that he had a blast talking with you. And I know that Brian told me, he was like, this dude just has that charisma. He has that, like, he's that guy that you could just put a microphone in front of and just fucking back away. And...
Let me go. Yeah, man, I had a really good time. When I got cut from the UFC, I just told my friends, like, I really just want to fight for a promotion that appreciates me. Dude, I'm the type of guy that every promotion should want. I'll fight any day, anytime, anywhere, anybody, you know? And I don't really feel like I've ever been appreciated. And I really felt like everybody in the organization I talked to was just so nice and amazing. I felt really good.
How do you feel now just having to use your hands and not do anything else?
Bro, it's so much easier. I only have to worry about two things. Oh man, it's so nice.
Yeah, training must be a little bit different, huh, on the body?
I mean,
not saying that's easy to train, but
yeah, like I said, I'm still doing, you know, MMA practice. I'm just kind of changing maybe what we do in the drilling for me. But yeah, man, like wrestling. While I love wrestling, it's a cornerstone of my game. It's so fucking hard. It's so hard. It just wrecks your body. And yeah, man, it's pretty nice.
Wrestling is, I wrestled myself as well, but so like me and Mike are both in the military, right? And when I wrestled in high school, I took a year off, did a little community college, and then decided I got to go to the military because I can't fucking be around here no more. Basic training was a fucking breeze for me because wrestling practice was harder than anything I ever did at basic training. And I swear to God, that is not a bullshit lie.
100%. It's like much more mental. I was in the Marines for a little while, and yeah, man, it's much more mental than physical. Physically, it wasn't hard at all. Mentally, it fucked with me, but you know.
So now that you're in the BKFC and you're in an organization, and actually what you just said a minute ago, somebody was talking to me about watching BKFC, and they were like, I love that they don't censor these guys like at all. Like in the pre-fight interviews and the post-fight interviews, in the lead up to it, they just allow you guys to be yourself. It's gotta be a breath of fresh air, man.
It's so nice because, man, like I'm gonna be me no matter what, and people like that, you know, and I'm wild, I'm crazy, let me be, and fans love that shit. So yeah, man, it was really nice. I feel like the UFC definitely censored you, you know, like they don't want you to get too big of fans because then they have to pay you more, you know what I mean? So yeah, man, just let me do me and people will like it, I promise.
Now, were you a fan of BKFC before you came over? Do you have any guys at 155 pounds that like you were watching and you're fans of that you might be interested in seeing yourself in there with?
Man, I think I've only seen a couple of their events before this. Yeah, I mean, obviously I'm a fan. It's awesome. You know what I mean? Like as soon as I saw it, I was like, oh, that's the shit. That looks fun. For sure, man. To be honest, like I don't watch a ton of fights. Like I do here and there, but man, I've done this for 16 years. It's my entire life. So when I'm chilling, I kind of just like to watch comedy and play video games. You know what I mean?
Yes.
I will watch, stuff here and there. And I mean, now that I'm in it, I'll definitely watch some more and figure it out. But no, I don't know anybody. I'm not watching. I haven't watched a ton. And yeah, I don't know who's on the roster. I know what Mendez is like number one, I think, or not. He's not the whatever. I know there's a couple people in there that I know just, from their previous careers, but, yeah, man, no. And I don't even know if I'm going to stay at 55. I might cut down to 45. I don't know. It's all kind of up in the air at the moment,
Big Ben is in the comments, a big fan of our show, and he was actually in your corner. He was the giant guy with the BKFC t-shirt on. His name is Ben. He says, is there any chance that we see Tim Elliott come to the BKFC? He seemed to love it as much as you did.
100%. As soon as Tim's done with the UFC, he's there.
Beautiful.
That's
yeah, for sure. And
Yeah.
that dude, both me and him, like, I don't really think a transition into that is really any different than like our styles already. Like we're, wild, crazy, and we throw hands. So, I mean, I think Tim's just perfect for it.
I remember when he fought Demetrius Johnson and everyone counted him out, and he fucking shocked the world. That
fucking
night.
dropped him.
I was like, holy shit, this dude is the real deal.
Yeah, man. I fucking loved him.
And the thing is with that, wasn't that Tim had been in the UFC before. He came back and went back into the Tough House and won that shot. And like he was a returning UFC fighter that fucking everyone knew but didn't know they had that he had that in him to get to DJ and fucking almost beat him. That shit was crazy.
For sure. I think Tim's been fired and rehired like 3 or 4 times.
Oh man, well, the guy who's following you on this episode of this show is actually the 155-pound champ, Luis Palomino. You're familiar with him?
I heard the name because I looked who was the champion,
Yeah, Palomino is 7-0 right now, and he holds the 155 and the 165-pound title. The dude's a fucking stud. He actually came from PFL or no was a World Series of Fighting before. World Series
nice. A couple times.
Yeah, shit. Well, I only fought him once, but we got that in common.
Nice.
Yeah, and you know what, Croom? Wait a
2
second.
degrees to Kevin Croom.
Did you did you fight Gaethje in his first pro fight?
First pro fight. Yep.
That's right. Holy shit! And it was in the same arena that the BKFC fought in
Aurora,
in Denver, right?
Denver. I think it was like in Aurora technically, but yeah, for sure.
Wow, that's small.
Took that fight on 2 days' notice. 41. I took that fight on 2 days' notice, a weight class up, had no fucking clue who he was. I just needed rent money.
What a fucking savage. This is a perfect sport for you, man. I'm telling you. And it is like the fastest, like they call it the fastest growing sport in the world, but it really is. And it gets a lot of people with a lot of recognition, like yourself and like Chris Camozzi and John Dotson. They're all coming over, and I cannot wait to see where it goes from here.
Dotson did so good. Dotson's a man. Man, I mean, I don't know. I don't plan too much. I kind of just take things as they come. I stay ready. So we'll see. It would be awesome. I lived in Albuquerque for like 8 years. It would be tight to fight on their Albuquerque card. I think that's in February.
Yes.
Yeah, man. I'm open to whatever. You know what I mean? So let's find out.
Yeah, you know what? They should really capitalize on that because you didn't take any damage. You got a little shiner on your eye there, but your hands, how are your hands?
Hands are beautiful. I got a little cut there from I think probably his tooth, but like they were sore the next day, but they're fine now. Like no problem.
Yeah, a lot of the incoming guys like Mike Perry and a few of the other guys that came from UFC to BKFC. That was like the first thing that they said after the fight was like they didn't realize how they knew that their face was going to take some shots, but they didn't realize how damaged their hands were going to feel from landing shots on the opponent. They're like,
yeah, man, it wasn't super bad for me. Before the fight, I was a little worried about my thumbs, like catching a thumb or something, on a hook. But man, they all worked out really nicely for me. And yeah, man, I'm ready to go. So whatever happens is going to happen.
Yeah, you're right. Because you ended it in the second round, right? So basically, Mike Perry went all the way through the last round, and he was like, in the fourth round, I just really didn't want to hit as hard as I could anymore because my hands hurt so bad,
Yeah, for sure. I think maybe the first punch he threw hit me in the arm, and I was like, "Oh God damn!" That hurt. And then he hit me in the face, which gave me the shiner, and I was like, "Oh fuck this!" And I think that it's nothing, because I mean, shit, I was nervous. I haven't been punched without gloves for a long time, and that guy wasn't a professional fighter either. You know what I mean? Yeah. As soon as I got clipped, I think it allowed me to calm down even more because I was good.
Yeah, you did it. You lived it, and now you're like, okay, this is cool. I got this.
Yeah, man, it was awesome.
Did the instinct to pounce on a fighter once you knock him down almost kick in at any point? Because some of the MMA fighters that have come over, and like Houston Alexander and who just did it, Mike? Someone just debuted, and Rothwell, when Bobo went down, Rothwell just instinctively threw another punch while he was on his way down. And you feel any of those old habits?
Man, I don't really think so. I don't think that popped in my head at all. That time I grabbed him, I hit him until we hit the ground, and then I got up. Man, no, I think I spent a lot of time, the last few years, slowing down when I hurt somebody. I used to hit somebody, hurt them, and then get all crazy, and then they'd end up recovering and whatnot. So I think that has helped me. Yeah, man, I'm good.
I want to highlight a small fight that I saw you in. My cousin's from Missouri. He knows who you are. I don't know what high school he went to, but I think you guys might have went to the same school and hung around the same area and stuff. And he's always been like, you got to get Kevin Croom on. And I say, hey, one day he'll come on. And then eventually you're
here we are.
BKFC, and here we are. He sent me a clip of you in an arm bar. I don't know who you were fighting, but you would not tap. And I swear to God, your arm was like, I don't know how it didn't break.
It looked like a rainbow. It looked like a rainbow.
It was insane. And you did not tap. And then eventually you stand up and then you slam the dude twice and it kind of stuns him. And you punch him a couple times and it's over. And I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, man. Yeah. I mean, I'm not going to tap. There's one fight where I was choked, and on the way out, I tapped, but I was unconscious. You know what I mean? I mean, I waited for it to break and it didn't break. So I was like, well, okay, I guess I can get out of it. I gave the refs a thumbs up when my arms bent back. Pretty sick.
Yeah.
Pretty sick.
That's good. That's good. Who was that?
Jacob Aiken.
Jacob Aiken. Okay. For everyone watching, look that up because it's pretty amazing.
It's pretty dope.
Yeah, man. Well, we're excited to get you on here. We're excited to have you in the sport for sure, because we love the guys that have charisma and a little bit of a fucking style to them. We also love the guys that just are all business. Mike Richmond. We love Mike Richmond, but Mike Richmond is a stone cold killer. He doesn't like to do a lot of fucking talking. He doesn't fuck around much. He is all business.
I'm all business too. My business is just having a good time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's what I love to do. Fighting helped me. I've always been wild and crazy. I used to get made fun of it when I was a little kid, and then I started fighting, and that gave me the confidence to just be me, and so that's what I'm gonna do.
Hey, Kevin, who's the guy that people say you look the most like?
I don't know. I've heard Brad Pitt a few times, which I'll take that all fucking day. A couple people have said the Jay Kalinda, whatever, off of the Kingdom fight, the show
Jake
about
Kalina?
fighting.
Okay.
Yeah, Kalina. And then I'll tell you what, the worst one I've gotten is the bully from A Christmas Story.
Oh, no way. Not even
Bruh,
close.
thank you. Thank you. We can be friends. Thank you.
That is so
Bully for
fucking
Christmas.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Someone's
That was pretty
fucking with
fucked up. That was pretty fucked up, huh?
Okay, so
Yeah.
I'm gonna,
That poor guy. That poor guy.
That's funny. I'm gonna go through the comment section here. One guy says you look like David Lee Roth, and then this guy Rich Dale, that must be a buddy of yours. I don't know, but Rich Dale says
Or a
Kevin.
new fan. What's up,
He
Rich
says,
Dale?
dude, Kevin Costner,
I don't know about that.
Brett Favre lookalike.
What?
There you go.
And then I thought I saw another one down there. Man, it's funny to me that he's just hitting us with a bunch of fucking lookalikes
Yeah.
here.
Brett Favre. That's a new one. That's a new one.
Well, man, we hope that you get on that Albuquerque February card. Knucklemania is their Super Bowl. They stack those cards. They fucking put a ton, and we know that they already know, like they already kind of have said Mike Perry's going to be on there against somebody. We're hoping that it's going to be Eddie Alvarez, but it might be.
Let's go.
That'd be
awesome.
But
yeah,
we're hearing that maybe Diego Sanchez can be on there, John Dodson, Ben Rothwell, Christine Faria. So the card's going to be insane. We hope to see you on there. We're going to ask you a couple questions real quick about Thanksgiving, and then we'll let you get out of here. Okay.
Let's go.
Speed round with Kevin Croom. Here we go. First one. What's your favorite dish on the table for Thanksgiving?
Man, my family makes these mashed potatoes that are just out of this world.
Yeah, mashed potatoes. You put gravy on them?
No, they got like ranch dressing seasoning in them, a bunch of cheese. Like they're not healthy for sure.
Which means they're delicious. I bet.
Delicious, yes.
All right, number 2.
Who in your family is most likely to ruin Thanksgiving?
Oh, man. I mean, probably me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Have you ever ruined it before?
Solid answer.
One time when I was a kid, I stepped on a pie. I was trying to get in the back of the truck, and I stepped on a pie, and I didn't think it was a big deal, but apparently it was a huge deal.
Yeah.
Your mom slaved over that pie, man.
Oh, buddy, I got in a lot of trouble.
All right. What is your post-Thanksgiving meal routine?
Probably a blunt.
Any football?
I could enjoy the sport, but I don't care about it at all, you know?
Yeah.
Go to the video games?
Yeah, maybe. I mean, it depends. If I'm with my family, I'm normally trying to get drunk or get away from them, you know?
Yeah.
No offense if you guys are watching. I do love you, but you're a lot.
And the last one.
How soon after Thanksgiving does the Christmas tree go up?
I mean, I don't know. I don't ever celebrate holidays really. So mine never, you know.
Never goes up.
Never goes up. There it is. There's your answer. Kevin Croom made a big splash when he debuted in the BKFC, and we are excited to see him back in there. If you got anything final you want to say, go ahead and say it. We'll let you get up out of here.
Shoot, man, I appreciate you guys having me on. Thank you. I had a blast at the fight. I'm ready to do it again, and I can't wait to talk to you next time.
All right, brother. Thank you very much. Have a good Thanksgiving. Try to stay out of trouble, and we will talk to you soon. Mike, got anything else?
Nah, man. Thank you so much. Take care, and hopefully we see you at Knucklemania 3.
Right on, guys. Have a good one.
All right, have a good one. Thanks. Here he is, Kevin Croom, stole the show.
Yeah, he's a funny guy. He seems very charismatic. I love that. You know,
very charismatic.
I love the guys that get out there and put on a show before and after, during, all that. It's always good.
He had the shirt, the shirt, and then the post-fight interview where he said, "I'm here to drop bombs and bang moms. What's up, ladies?" I was like, "Man, this guy is something else." All right, our next guest is in the green room right now. We're not going to make him wait any longer. He is the champ, 155 pound, 165 pound. He is defending that 155 pound strap against Tom Shoaff December 3rd. Here he is, the man himself, Luis Baboon Palomino. What's up, buddy?
How you doing, man?
Hey, what's happening?
Good.
Look at you. Welcome back to the show. Look at all the gold, surrounded by the gold. Dude, you're back in there. You're building on your legacy once again. You said you were going to defend both titles. You said you went and picked up that 165 pound strap. Now here you are. a couple months later, going to defend that 155-pound strap. How excited are you to get back down in that 155-pound division and continue to build on your legacy, sir?
Oh, definitely excited, man. Ready to go. I've been working on it. Like I said, I went up to 165 for 2 reasons, and one of them is not only for my legacy, but for the I want to stay more active before I retire. So what better way than to defend 2 titles simultaneously?
The thing is about you, we talked about it last time, man. You've been around and you've been doing this, and at your age, you feel like the best you've ever felt. You said the last time. Are you still feeling that same way? Are you still feeling like the top dog Baboon that you were a few months back? And like, have you changed anything about your approach coming in here against a guy like Tom Shoaff?
No, I haven't changed anything. And to answer that, no. I mean, yeah, I feel absolutely the same. I feel good. I feel great. I think it's the experience. Call me a late bloomer, if you will. And I did start my career fighting at the age of 26 without amateur fights, went straight to pros. Made all the mistakes I had to make in the MMA world, enough to not make the mistakes here now in the bare knuckle world. So that's what we're standing at, the undefeated spot, pound for pound.
Pound for pound.
Vision.
Truly amazing, man. Pound for pound, best in the world in your sport. Tom Shoaff now. Tom Shoaff, his only 3 losses are against the best of the best, and he's on a nice 3-fight win streak here, but he wasn't ranked. That's the thing. Like we always wonder about these rankings. He wasn't in the top 5, but he ended up getting the title shot. How did his name get brought up? And what happened to Chad Mendes? I thought Chad Mendes was probably going to be on the horizon.
Man, with all due respect to Chad Mendes, man, we've traded some words, personally. He's replied to me in my DMs after I've called him out. I've literally called him out like 3 fights in a row publicly, and it's crickets. It's crickets, and I'm not going to be begging for no fights either, you know what I mean? I mean, if anybody should be calling anybody out, it should be them calling out the champ.
Right.
Calling out because I'm looking for money fights. What I've been fighting for is my legacy. I established myself as the first and only 2-weight division champion, because I'm sorry, but Hunt should have been disqualified in that last fight. He doesn't count to me, in my book, as a 2-weight division champion. Shit, not even to mention that the first fight that he had when he captured the belt, he never even made 185. So now to go and try to claim double champ status and hit a dude in the ground while he was already knocked out and rocked, yeah, I don't count him as a double champion. So I'm the only 2-weight division champion. I'm doing it like nobody else is doing it. I'm undefeated. So I believe that I deserve my money fight. So when I call out a name like Chad Mendes or any other name that you hear me call out, I'm only interested in getting paid now. I've stamped my legacy. Now it's time to pay the Baboon, and I'm here to get paid. So whoever's going to give me that big fight, that money fight, that's what I'm interested in. When you ask me who I want to fight next, I don't care the name. What I care is the number. That's all I care about.
So it doesn't necessarily mean after this fight you're going to go to 165. Or do you have to go to 165, or is it the money? Like, which one, what do you do next after this fight? Do you have to bounce back and forth, or is it like, hey, this guy's going to be more money, I'm going to stay at 155?
Well, look, at the end of the day, I'm always going to be a company man, and I'm going to be a man of my word. I said I will defend both titles simultaneously so that I can stay active, and that's what I will do. When I came back from Peru, I stayed like a month in Peru. I ended up losing my green card. I got stuck in Peru. I was supposed to be there for 1 week press tour, and I ended up being there for a month. When I came back, the first thing I did was I called Dave Feldman and I said, Dave, who am I fighting at which weight class? That's all I need to know. I don't ask for opponents. I don't say no to opponents. I don't go back and forth about names. Never have. You can ask Dave Feldman about that or anybody in BKFC. I asked the boss man, who am I fighting at what weight class? For 2 reasons. I need to know if I need to gain or lose, and I need to know if it's a southpaw, right-handed, what kind of style fighter, tall, short. I need to know who I'm fighting so I can get ready properly. Mm-hmm. So when I asked, he gave me the name Tom Shoaff. That's how it came up. And if you think about it, he's been in the organization longer than I have. He has 10 fights in the organization. So like I said, first off, is a person that's been putting in work like that. I don't have no problem with it. You know what I mean? I have no problem giving an opportunity to somebody that's been putting in work, especially longer than I have. You know what I mean? In this organization. But in the end of the day, if the boss man says, hey, you're fighting Shoaff, I'm fighting Shoaff, man. You know, if I'm fighting this guy here, that guy there, this weight class, that's what I'm fighting. But like I said, I'm after my money fights. I'm 42 years old. I'm not getting any younger. I do feel great. I physically feel like I can do this all the way until 45. But if I'm not getting paid, then I'm not going to keep doing it. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I'm money right now.
So your walk around, a cut to 165 isn't much for you, right?
5 pounds, man. I walk around.
5 pounds.
Look, I can heavy as 175. I can get as heavy as 175.
That's where I was going with this. If they were saying, if they said, Luis, would you want to go for champ status and like go to 175 and fight the 175-pound champ? Is that too big?
I asked for it.
You asked for it.
And this dude, Malki Kawa, got in the middle of it. I was in negotiations with Dave Feldman and BKFC to fight Thiago Alves when people were like not trying to fight me to defend my 155-pound title, and the 165-pound title wasn't up for grabs yet. I asked for Thiago Alves. You know, I said I challenged Thiago Alves at 170 for a super fight. Okay, and then he wrote to me personally. He said, "Chep, I respect. Thank you for the respectful call out of fighting you at 170. You know, there's something from a career, this and that." Okay, so I said, okay, so I'll go 5 more pounds and I'll fight you for the title of BKFC at 175. And it got the attention of Dave Feldman, right? We were going back and forth, and here comes Malki double dipping because he's managing Thiago Alves and he's managing Yuli Monster, and he put Yuli in there instead of me. You know what I mean? He took that fight from me because he has that little push, that management talk, and he's double dipping. You know, it doesn't matter. He doesn't care who wins or loses. He's getting paid from both sides. You know what I mean? But right now, I have responsibility. I have to defend the 165-pound strap, and I'm trying to get paid. Now, if there's a check, a big money fight at 175, you damn right I'll take it, depending on who it is too. I'm not, how can I say this, man? I'm not stupid or unrealistic. You know what I mean? I'm very realistic with myself and what I can do and how far I can push. So I would definitely pick, who I would fight at 175 for the title, But I'm down to do a super fight. We can do a super fight with Mike Perry.
Yeah, that would be nice.
You know what I mean?
What about Mike Richmond as well? Mike Richmond had.
You guys are hearing it first, just so you know, because I was gonna wait until the fight to call it out, but you guys are hearing it first. Makikawa also manages Mike Perry. I'm cool with Mike Perry. This ain't no beef talk. This ain't none of that, But Makikawa has a big mouth, but he's like, oh, the king of bare knuckles, Mike Perry, brother. Mike Perry has 2 fights. I'm 7-0. Please sit down somewhere. You know what I'm saying? I know that if I grab the mic and I challenge Mike Perry's like, where do I sign? He ain't scared of none. You know what I mean? But Makikawa is the one that's going to be putting the shots and putting the strings behind. So when I get in that ring and I ask for him, I'm going to be asking Makikawa for the fight because I know that Mike Perry's cool with it. He'll fight anybody. You know what I mean? So what better than a super fight, but meet me at 170 because he's not a champion. They're not going to give us a fight at 175. So why am I going to go the extra 5 miles? The extra 5 pounds. So meet me at 170 for a super fight. If that's going to be my money fight. Chad Mendes, 3 call-outs, crickets. Buaka, I called him out after his win. He gave me a thumbs up or something like that. No talks about him. You know what I mean? So it's like, where's my money fight? That's what I'm looking for.
Well, I for one would love to see that at 170. I think that's fair. I mean, you're definitely right. They're not going to. There's no title involved. So why would you go up there? You are the champ, so he should at least fall a couple pounds for you and then meet up. Man, that would be absolutely fantastic.
70 most of his career, so it should be hard for him.
Right? Yeah. No, probably not.
Wow. No, that would be amazing. That would be absolutely amazing. Big Ben says in the comments, is Tom Shoaff a money fight? Do you consider him a money fight?
No, I already got my contract. It's not a money fight. You know what I mean? It's the next fight of the chapter of my life. You know what I mean? Nate Feldman said his name, and that's who I got to fight. That's the boss man. You know what I mean?
Have you been impressed with this 3-fight win streak that Tom's been on since he went back to 155? Because he was fighting up at 165 for a little bit, and which is also your division. So he came down to 155. It seems like that's more of a natural spot for him to be, obviously, since he's been more successful there. Have you been impressed with what you've seen?
I think it's all right. You know, I can't say that I've been impressed. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not putting him down. I don't underestimate him. I think that he's a very game opponent. He's deserving of a shot because of the time he's been in the company. He's one of those guys that you can compare it to like Diaz brothers, right? Where this guy's always falling. He gets dropped, but he doesn't get put away. So, you know, you got to respect those things because in bare knuckle, man, and you try to hit somebody hard enough, you bust a hand or bust two hands, and they keep coming after you, it can be trouble. You know what I mean? So, deserving wise, I think that because of this time in the organization, he deserves it. Impressing me, I've studied his fights. He got a good right hand. He got a good check hook going backwards. That's about it, man. You know what I mean? So I don't see much of him.
Well, I'll tell you right now, you guys are on top of a pretty nice looking card, December 3rd in Hollywood, Florida. Anybody that can get to an event at Hollywood, those shows that you guys put on in Hollywood, Florida, man, I fucking like your walkouts are always on point in the Hard Rock. You got to see it live, people. You got to get there live. If you're not going to get there live, get the app and watch this because you also have Francesco, Ricchi, and Dave Mundell on there, and you got a stack of young up-and-coming fighters from the area all on there with the Slaughterhouse Boys and everything. Now, you said that Tom, just being honest, you said Tom doesn't really impress you. Is anybody out there being the mainstay pound for pound guy in the sport? Do you see some of these young fighters, and has any of them impressed you? Have you been impressed by like the Go-Go's of the world or Jared Grant, any of these guys?
Man, I'm not even gonna repeat that name, but that name you just mentioned is like, who has he fought is my thing. You know, that's my issue. Look, when you talk about pound for pound, you got Juggernaut always barking at me, trying to, say that he's a pound for pound. I don't know what, because he has I don't know how many finishes. Okay, bro, if you give me a bunch of tomato cans, I have none but finishes. Other than Brito, every single person I fought was undefeated. Every single person I fought was undefeated, other than Brito. And just because I mentioned that name, I'm going to put this out there because I keep hearing little interviews here and there, and actually going with him about the decision being funny. My brother, if you spend the last 3 rounds of your fight looking at the clock, you definitely don't have the confidence to even believe that you can win or stay alive until the fight finishes. And then you give me your word in the press conference, because you gave me a word. So I used to have respect for him. You give me your word because there's a thing going on right now with BKFC and the police set Diamond Bell. There's something going on there, okay? I don't know all the details, so I'm not going to go into it. But it's not being sanctioned where they're not putting the belt up for grabs. But if me, all right, if I'd have lost to Dan Nunez, I'm not in the belt wasn't up for grabs, right? If I would have lost and they take away my BKFC belt, myself as a man, I can't look at myself in the mirror and keep the police Gazette Diamond belt. I'm going to give it to him because I lost. Both of those dudes are crying about their loss against me, all right? Crying, not doing shit about it, okay? One of those guys has been fighting over a year. His whole Instagram is me. So today he's like, I beat him. Hey, my brother, if I would have lost the fight against either one of those guys, what I do is I shut my mouth and I fight back to back until I get that rematch. But I put in the work until I get in that rematch. I don't sit for a year crying about it and going to interviews crying about, oh, I got robbed in a decision. And it wasn't even a split decision. So whoever's with that bullshit, fuck them too. Because get the fuck out of here, man. It's a unanimous decision. Don't mess up my hard work and what I've earned with blood and sweat. Don't do that. You know what I mean? I'm completely against that. You know what I mean? So having that said right there, Brito and that can kiss my ass. They'll never get a shot again. Good luck with that. Okay? That Brito had 2 chances. That should have never had a chance. He never fought anybody at 155 to even deserve a title shot against me. You know what I mean? But I did it because I listened to the company. I'm a working man. I'm a company man, and I did it. And the only one that had everything to lose was me. And I did it. You know what I mean? So you excuse me, but those things I got to get out my chest, man. Those 2 guys right there, bye-bye. What I'm interested in right now, getting paid. That or Brito, or the other name, Gogo, there's no money there. That guy, Gogo, you mentioned, I don't know the dude. I've never met him. No disrespect towards him. Facts are facts. Look at the record of the person that he fought. I've seen it. It's way too many losses in there. It's like just not enough wins for it to be even in contention of facing the pound for pound. You know what I mean? Now, if I can mention names, I'll think more about, and I asked for these names, like Connor Tierney, James Lilly. I asked for James Lilly right away because he beat Tyler Goodjohn.
Yeah.
And Tyler Goodjohn, to me, is one of the best if it wasn't for me. You know? So, and not because only because I took him under my wing and put him in my team and I'm managing him, not just only because of that, but it was a great fight. I think Tyler didn't fight a smart fight, but James Lilly did excel in the fight. He looked good, you know, and I would have no problem fighting with him because he looked good.
Yeah, and that one makes sense too, because isn't Lilly's 6 or 7-0, isn't he?
Something like that.
If you take his BKB and his BKFC wins, he's.
The only thing is that both him and Tierney only have 2 fights in the organization.
Yeah, that's where it comes.
I think that James Lilly is closer to facing me than Connor Tierney is. I'll explain to you why. James Lilly has all these wins, and he fought a guy that gave me the most competitive fight today, which is Tyler Goodjohn. Nobody has gave me a more competitive fight than Tyler Goodjohn. Nobody has cut me and hurt me like Tyler Goodjohn. He didn't hurt me that much, but he did hurt me. He did cut me. Nobody else has done that. You know what I mean? So Connor, okay, he has a good record out there, but in our organization, he's fought twice. And the thing about the 165-pound division, there's some killers in there.
Oh, yeah.
I think that they should kill each other because I want to fight the best. You know what I mean? Yeah. So, you know, right now I'm active. He's writing all this crap about, defend or vacate. Bro, shut your ass up, sit down and wait somewhere, okay? Because ain't nobody over here skipping no fights. If they give me the name, that's what I'm fighting. But what I'm looking for is my money fight.
Is there a reason?
The number, how much I get for that number, for that name. How much I get for that name. That's what I want to hear.
What was it? It was the like when you asked for Lilly, did the organization show any kind of interest in that, or was it automatically he hasn't had enough fights in the organization, so we can't make that?
The way it sounded like to me, like it's just not enough yet. And you look at it, man. This is not nobody else's words. This is just my perspective. You got to look at it in the business sense, right?
Yeah.
Where we just touched ground in the UK, right? And you have 2 stars out there. You have James Lilly, you have Connor Tierney, right? So if you feed them to me right now, the way that I'm feeling, with my confidence, what I know what I can do, I'm going to kill your money guys over there. That's the way I'm looking at it. So if I was a businessman behind, that's the way I would look at it. Let these guys grow a little more. Let them, sell a little more, get them more wins, and then we'll give them a shot. Because I'm not an easy fight, man. I'm not an easy fight. You know what I mean?
What about this guy behind me here? His name is Nathan Diaz. And I know that Mike Perry was saying that he would like to fight Nate Diaz at 170 pounds in BKFC, but I never hear your name brought up. But I feel like he's perfect for you, dude.
Damn real. Come on.
That's your money fight right there,
Damn
right
real.
Here.
Damn real. Yes, Nate Diaz.
Let's do it.
But see, the thing with Nate Diaz is that Nate Diaz is such a huge name right now.
Huge.
Yeah.
Like, he's being pulled from so many directions. We don't know if it's going to be Bellator. We don't know if it's going to be PFL 1. We don't know if BKFC is going to give him, enough. We don't know. I mean, it could be a one-time fight deal. You never know.
Yeah.
did it still while still being contracted to the UFC. He's a free agent. I would love that fight. Look, in a perfect world, if I can pick and choose fights right now, the way that I would do it would be, the names would be like this: Nate Diaz, Justin Gaethje, George Masvidal, or representing BKFC and only with BKFC's blessings, the GOAT of boxing versus the GOAT of bare knuckle boxing, Mayweather.
Yeah, that would be great.
Bro, he's doing all these fights with people that don't deserve it. I respect Mayweather. I respect what he's done. But he's doing these fights that he can only go so long doing this fights. People are going to get bored of him. Like you saw that he did the talking and shouting, and like there's no competition. You know what I mean? So who better to understand the struggle of a fighter that hasn't seen the real money fight, right, than himself, that he came from this, right? And let's put it together like this. Where did boxing get started? Bare knuckle boxing. Who's the GOAT of bare knuckle boxing? Luis Palomino. Who's the GOAT of boxing with gloves, even though he's retired? Mayweather. Okay, so, and I'm not that young. He's 45, 44. I'm 42. I think it's fair.
That's very
great.
fair.
Great for the guys. And I would do it with Dave Feldman in my corner.
They got to get that Triller pocketbook cracked open and make that one happen. Luis, we love talking to you as always. December 3rd, you are going in there against Tom Shoaff on his 3-fight win streak. He earned himself a title shot, and he's going in there against the pound for pound #1 in the world. Everybody's got to check it out. I want to ask you a couple questions real quick before we let you go. Thanksgiving is tomorrow. You are in the middle of a weight cut probably, but let's just pretend you are going to be doing something. What's your favorite meal what's your favorite dish on the table during the holidays?
I mean, for Thanksgiving, it's always the actual turkey, because the way that my mom makes it, I'm sure that none of you guys have ever tasted anything like it, because I've gone to many different homes, American, Dominican, Cubans, and the flavor that she puts, like her authentic flavor she puts in the turkey, is very Peruvian. You know, it's just different. I'm not saying that it's better. It's just different, a different flavor. I can eat turkey all day. And what I did is I fast. I did 21 hours of fasting today, and I ate today just a few hours ago. And by the time I reach dinner tomorrow, I'll be doing another 21 hours of fasting, so I can eat. You know, but I'm gonna protein load. It's gonna be all turkey.
There you go, brother. Yeah, smart man. Right,
I want to try that turkey.
All right, number 2.
Who in your family is most likely to ruin Thanksgiving?
We don't. Thank God we don't have that problem in the family.
Good answer. Diplomatic answer. There it is. What is your post Thanksgiving meal routine?
Fasting. For some reason, I've been fighting for 16 years professionally, and for some reason, I think I've probably missed only 1 or 2 years where I didn't fight on Thanksgiving time, bro. So I have to fast the next day for a good 20 hours. If not, I mess everything up.
It must suck having to. I mean, you love fighting, so it doesn't suck. But like, just so happens it lands right in the holiday season, you know.
It sucks. It does.
All right, last one for you.
How soon after Thanksgiving does a Christmas tree go up?
The Christmas tree's already up, bro.
Oh, there it is.
It's up. It's been up.
It's been up. Very festive in the Palomino household. Thank you very much for coming on. As always, you were very candid with us. You opened up about a lot of things. If you have any final words, go ahead, and then we'll let you get out of here.
Yeah, final words is, if you are a fighter that has space when you're still crying about a rematch, stop crying, put in some work, and let your work speak for you, not your mouth. Thank you, guys.
There it is. Champ. Thank you very much. We'll talk to you soon.
Have a great night.
Later. Here he is, Luis Baboon Palomino. How he was very fired up about a few things there. It was very awesome of him to open up for us on a few different subjects. And we have our next guest right in the guest room already ready to go. And he's going to be fighting for a title on that same card, December 3rd. He's going to be taking on Francesco Ricchi in the co-main event in the 175-pound division. His nickname, I believe, got my Facebook account suspended for 24 hours. We're going to bring him on
for sure, but maybe
the redneck, Dave Mundell. What's going on here?
Oh, he.
Uh-oh.
You know what? I just noticed his picture is frozen down there. It looked like it was live and you could see him, but it's actually frozen.
Dave, Can you back out of the link? I'm gonna back you out and then go right back into the link. Okay. Here we go. Let's see if he gets right back in there. Now, for those who don't know, I posted this broadcast, and I posted the broadcast, and then everybody was like, "Hey, is it private? Is it private? I can't see the broadcast. I can't see it. It was said unavailable." I get a notice. It said 24-hour suspension for our account. And I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, what the hell happened? So I'm looking, and me and Mike were fine-tooth combing the description of this damn thing. And the only thing we can think of is Dave Redneck Mundell was in the comments, and it could come across as derogatory for all these Facebook police, and we got our fucking selves suspended.
Yeah.
Let's bring him on. Let's talk about it. Dave, what's up, buddy?
Hey,
How's it going?
Here he is. Dave, did you hear what I was talking about?
I heard you said you think you may have got suspended for calling me a redneck.
Yes.
Yeah. So what it was is I posted the broadcast a couple days ago so everyone could plan on tuning in, and people started messaging me. They're like, "Yo, is it private? Is the broadcast private?" It says unavailable. And I'm like, what the fuck? So I go look, and sure enough, I open up Facebook and I have a message that said my account was suspended for 24 hours. Didn't say why. But then when we're
they don't tell you why. They just say, "Hey, you're suspended because something went against our rules."
Yeah,
and they don't tell you.
Yeah. And the only thing that we can think of was possibly your nickname. We're like, did they suspend
a derogatory name?
I'm like, what the fuck is going on here? What do you think of that?
I don't think that's what it was. It had to be something different.
It had to be something.
There was two other things. He did write killers, but I don't think that's it either, because you got news on there. There's a lot of podcasts. They talk about murders, and it's like that's a thing now. People watch 2020 and all that shit. So I don't think it was killers. But then it did say a gentleman of violence, and I know like violence and inciting violence and shit.
Every time I've gotten flagged, it's always told me for what. I mean, it's always said a reason why. Whatever.
We didn't get
Mark pulls it out. That's weird.
Yeah, it just said violated their terms of service. And they said, since you did it in the past, and they didn't give us any reason in the past, because I don't remember anything in the past either.
They just don't like you.
I rebutted it. I was like, hell no, this is bullshit. Nah, so, but I did rebuttal it.
That'll
we'll see what happens.
Resolve everything.
Dude, last time we talked to you, you were in the 185-pound division. You were winning another fight in the 185-pound division. You're third in a row at that point. You are 5-1 at 185. You had told us at that event that your plan was to move down to 175. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. I didn't know it was going to, I don't know if you even knew that it was going to be immediately for a title fight, but were you surprised by this?
Yes and no. All right, so we go back to the original plan. Like the original plan was to drop down to 175. Then Ricchi took the belt, so I was like, he's kind of a buddy. They had asked me to fight him in the past before he got the belt. I was like, no. So I was gonna stay at 185, but I know my boy Jared's been killing it. The whole shift team is, phenomenal. So he's going for the 185-pound belt. So it just kind of leaves me, sitting around too as well. Even though I've been ranked number 1 there for a while, so dropping down to 75 just made sense, so we could hold 2 belts in the gym. So with that being said, unfortunately, he has a target on his back because it is a business and we all want the title. So, and here we are. So he went back to plan A, I guess.
No, you said that's a buddy of yours. And now Francesco Ricchi is a cool ass dude. I could see why you're buddies with him. He's fucking cool as hell. He's going to actually be coming on the show right after you.
Yeah.
Is it easy to go in there and punch a buddy of yours in the face with a bare knuckle, or?
This will definitely be different, but as you guys all know, like all my fights, like even when I fought Julian, like everyone has a lot of respect for me. I respect everyone else, and I'm a little bit of a quiet fighter, I guess. I just go out there and I fight, and that's what we do. It's a business, like I said, and we go in there, we know what's going on. I even when I fought Julian, I had one of my coaches cornering against me, which was very awkward as well. So I don't think it's going to affect me. We're going to go out there and we're going to be professional and we're going to put on a show, and we're both looking for a finish. There's no secret about it. We both want that title and we're going to search for it.
Yeah, and business is business. Every fighter has the same answer. I mean, like, you can't be in this business if you're gonna, if you don't have that killer instinct in you. Now, we talked to you in Orlando, or maybe we didn't talk to you. We talked to Francesco, but you both want to.
I mean, behind the scenes we talked to,
Yeah,
but not on the camera.
You both want Perry, right? And has it been said, is Perry next in line for whoever wins this fight?
I don't know. I guess I had seen him, and of course I stay cordial with everyone. So I seen him as we were waiting in line to pick up our tickets. And one of the things I said to him is, once I get this belt, I'm coming for you. And he's like, and he was just like, he was all for it as well. I guess him and Ricci really don't get along. So if the BKFC wants to go ahead and give me that fight, I'm all for it. Let's run it.
Yeah, Mike came on this show, and I don't know the whole story about what the hell went on between him and Frank, but they fucking hate each other. I don't know what the hell it is. And he looked right into the camera on this show, and he was like, yeah, I'll fight Francesco Ricchi. I want to fuck his ass up. Fuck that guy. I'm like, oh, okay. All right. Yeah, man. I don't know what happened there, but you fought Perry in the past in MMA.
I have twice.
So you guys have a little experience with each other. I'm not saying anything past Francesco, but that fight, that would be a pretty exciting one.
It makes a lot of sense, It's the trilogy fight. Both times that we fought, he literally got saved by the bell. At the end of the first round, I've dropped him both times, and he hit the mat, stone cold, eyes rolling on the back of his head, and then he just springs up, wobbles back to the corner, and then comes out and fights again. He's like a Nate Diaz. If I literally got tired whooping his ass, I gassed out and I got caught, and that's what happens. So I think coming into BKFC, I got a lot more experience on me, and he's got a lot of time too. And I would just love that fight. I'd love to take it back.
So you are mainly a quiet guy in the scene. You're not out there, being crazy, doing wild shit, and you got the title shot. So you feel like you changed the standard a little bit? Like you can go in there, get business done, not have to do some crazy shit, and you get the title shot.
Yeah, that's my goal. Like I said, I like to just let my fighting do the talking for me. There's all that other stuff. I'm a dad. I got kids. I just do me. I don't worry about the nonsense.
Yeah, you're going down to 175, and you're going to be fighting a lighter guy than you have been in your last 6 fights, but he's going to be a half a foot taller than you with like a 8-9 inch reach on you. Have you ever fought a guy that has that much of a height and length?
All the time.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I mean, everyone on my team is taller than me. I guess I'm just short. But my very first MMA fights, they were guys that were 6'4", and I mean, it gives its advantages, but it also gives me some advantages too. If I get on the inside, It's over. He's got to keep me on the outside. That's no secret. But we'll see where it goes.
And you got Jared to train with, right? He must be a good person to train with for this fight.
He's an excellent training partner.
I gotta tell you,
he killed it in Orlando, man.
Yeah, he did.
He looked better than ever.
People are starting to pick up on his power. Nobody wants to get hit from him, and it's showing.
Oh no, he was fucking dialed in Orlando, man. He looked better, like Mike said. He looked better than ever in there. He does, and I do think that he has a rightful claim to a title shot in that 185-pound division. Yeah. I just don't know what's going on with the 185, 205-pound champ there, Lorenzo, because you got Mike.
He's never even made 85. Fuck that guy.
That's
everyone says that. Yes,
that is so aggravating. Like if he makes 85 and he fights, he does good. He knocks people out. He's exciting. Everybody likes him. Cool, I get it. But you won the 205-pound belt. You're the 205-pound champion. Cool. 85, you haven't made it yet. Like it's completely different. When you drain yourself to make weight and you have to rehydrate and do everything, you're not always the same, and the fact that he hasn't got there yet, how can we say he's the best at 85? That just doesn't make sense to me. It's unfair and it's bullshit.
A lot of people share that same sentiment. And you know what? Luis Palomino was just on this show. Not only did he say that about the 185-pound title, Luis was like, he's not even the 205-pound title. He hit the dude while he was down illegally. So,
Oh well.
Yeah, and a lot of
I'm
people
not a
have
big,
different
I'm not
opinions
a,
on that.
yeah, I'm not a big fan of Quentin anyway, so I really don't really care too much what I say about him. But he's scared. You know, he didn't want to get touched either. He goes in there, he quits. He quit against leaving. You know, he talks his big game, and he came on one of my posts one time attacking me out of nowhere. And when I called him out on it, he's like, "Oh, why are you attacking me?" Like, shut up! Like you commented on my stuff, running your mouth, and then I said something back, and now it's a problem. He's like, "Well, why don't you come fight me?" I'm like, "You're 205, but if you want it, we can do it." Whatever. That kid's garbage too.
Man, I love it. I love the fucking animosity that I would now that we're in now that we're in this sport and we go to these events and meet all you guys, we get along with all you guys, and it's awesome to see.
There's
all this
very very few people that I don't get along with, and if I don't get along with someone, like you can ask all my teammates, like when have they ever even seen me mad? Like I just don't. I don't let shit bother me, but there's certain when I see somebody act a certain way and then try to like it's fakeness, I don't play that game. So
Nah,
like
you're
that.
usually quiet walking around. You get your cowboy hat on and a smile across your face, and that's about it. You know, just chilling at all times.
And I failed all you guys. I didn't have a fanny pack full of fucking tequila shots this time down in Orlando.
That's right. I wasn't going to be drinking anyway.
No, you've mentioned your teammates a few times, and I just got to say, and Mike will agree with me. The Shift MMA, that whole team, we really get along with a lot of you guys because you're all down to earth, but you're also a bunch of stone cold killers. With yourself and Jared and Brandon Allen and fucking Martin, and it's and then Rick's the ruler over there. We love Rick too. So and Jihad, shout out to Shift MMA for sure.
Yep.
Good group of dudes there.
And Crystal now too.
Oh, Crystal too. Yeah.
All of my team extends past them as well. Shift is my main place to train. Jihad's my boxing coach, but I also go over there with MJM. That's how I ran into Julian, but they got JR. They had Ryan Reber. They they got other guys. Henry Williams, he's a beast. I don't know why he hasn't been back on one of these cards, but he's exciting to watch. So I got a very big pool of guys that I get to go around and train with. But it's just
Henry just signed a contract, man.
Good.
He signed a contract with BYB.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, he's gone elsewhere. So, he'll go on, he'll win some fights over there. He'll be back. You know what I mean? He'll be back. You guys.
From my understanding, the competition over there is less anyway. So he'll dominate over there and then make a name for himself, maybe come back over to BKFC on the big show and make some money.
Kid's got power for sure, man. He definitely has displayed power. So anyways, BKFC, what is this? 34, December 3rd. You got yourself your title shot. You're this close to getting your hand on some gold. How do you see the fight between yourself and Francesco Ricchi playing out? Like, do you see a long, grueling fight here, or do you think one of you two is going to land something big and it's going to be a quick one?
It's hard to tell. It's really going to depend, just like everyone, on how hard they push. The harder they push, usually the faster I can get the job done. If I crack somebody, I hurt them, they start like being a little weary about things. It's harder to find that target at that point because obviously they don't want to get hit. So with this one, I feel like we're going to put on a really good display, and it's just going to come down to technique and and experience, and I just feel that I have more of that. So obviously I'm pulling for myself, and I think I can find a finish.
There it is, man. We're going to ask you some quick questions about your holiday tomorrow. I know that you are cutting down to a new weight class, and I feel bad asking you these kind of questions, but just let's pretend for a second.
Bad timing here.
Bad timing. Let's just pretend that you're going to be able to indulge in the Thanksgiving festivities tomorrow. And let's do a Thanksgiving speed round. The first question for you is, we've been asking everybody, what's your favorite dish on the Thanksgiving table?
Some pumpkin pie.
Pumpkin pie. That's the first pumpkin pie answer we got. Mike's a pumpkin freak up there.
I like pumpkin. Yeah, pumpkin
That's
pie
my
is
favorite.
good.
And I can't have it not until after the fight. But
After the
fight,
fight,
we're gonna get down some.
You should just run a whole Thanksgiving dinner right after the next day.
I was just gonna say that.
It's I heard a little bit of Palomino talking, and it's the same thing. Like it seems like every major holiday, food holiday, whatever, I'm always in a fight camp. I've been doing this for 10 years, and it's exactly what we do. We wait after the fight, then we have a whole nother Thanksgiving or whatever, Christmas dinner, tie it all in.
There it is, man. I did that a few years back when I was at like AIT or something for the military, and I got to go home for a couple weeks before I deployed in January, and we kind of had like a mock Christmas. It was like I wasn't home for Christmas, so I had like a mock Christmas.
Yeah.
Like
pretend it's Christmas.
Yeah, pretend it's Christmas. Throw some Christmas shit up and
you run a Christmas story 24 hours.
Yeah, we didn't. I don't think we did all that, but we did like a Christmas dinner and like exchange gifts and shit. It was kind of cool. So that's cool that you do something like that. Number 2.
Yeah.
Who in your family is most likely to ruin Thanksgiving?
Myself.
That's 2.
That's 2. That's 2 myselves. I can throw some answers for me out, but I might piss my family.
Mainly if I'm on a weight cut, I'm hungry. I'm hangry coming in. I don't want to be there.
All right, number 3. What is your post Thanksgiving meal routine? What do you do? You just got done eating. What are you doing?
Just chill. Just hang out, lay back, just relax, be a fat ass.
Growing up, he's always football on the TV and everyone's just laying around on the couches and shit. But you know what? When I was a kid, the old folks in my family used to all bring like bags of like pennies, dimes, nickels, and quarters.
Yeah.
And after Thanksgiving dinner, all the old heads would sit around the table and they'd play 7-card stud for change for hours.
There you go.
And then they would play that shit until the dinner hours, and then they'd clean up, and then it was like sandwich time. It was like leftovers from lunch, sandwich time. Yeah, that was always
dessert and coffee later. Oh yeah.
Maybe I'll fucking bring that back. I'm gonna bring that back.
Yeah.
All right. Last question.
You're old now. You sit at the table and you play.
That's right.
How soon after Thanksgiving does the Christmas tree go up?
The next day. It's probably we might put it up. We might put ours up tomorrow because I know I have to get right back to work on Friday. But if not, maybe it's the weekend. It's just again with the camps and stuff. It's just whenever I can find time. Yeah.
Yeah.
I know some people already have them up. Some people wait, but the kids love it. So get it up sooner than later.
We do 2 in my house. One of them is up already downstairs. So the whole downstairs is already decorated for Christmas. But upstairs, we got a real tree, and there's not a single decoration up there. So
I love real trees. I love the smell.
Yeah, me too. I love it. It makes me feel good. I don't know. There's something about it. The whole Christmas season. I just love it. I love the music. I love the decorations. I love fucking presents. I love the whole thing. Family, food.
Listen. Tune into the show in a week from now and then watch Mike's background. It's going to be like he's at a fucking Macy's, J.C. Penney's fucking photography place. The background is going to be straight out of a calendar. It's going to be something else. You've never seen anything like this before, Dave. I swear.
I dig it.
All right, man. So December 3rd, BKFC 34, Hollywood, Florida. He is taking on Francesco Ricchi for the middleweight title. Any final words before I let you go?
I just want to shout out to all my sponsors. I got Legendary Tattoos, Outlaw Customs, Florida Alternative Medicine, Fitness 360, Quality Rare Coins, Team Reaper, Fence Factory, Bodie Chiropractic. Most important, be Condemns. I got their hat on. Catalyst Physical Therapy, and then my boy Nick Reese over there at Chiseled Inc.
There it is, man. The redneck Dave Mundell. Mike, you got anything else for him?
Nah, man, get over in that sauna and play some video games. I see the controller and I see the sauna. Is that what you do? You sit in there and play games?
Yep.
Nice. What are you playing?
NW2.
Okay, all right. Is that what you play mostly? Do you ever play like one-player games offline or anything?
I don't play very much games at all, honestly. Yeah, I literally just got this when it came out just because a little bit of like I guess back in my high school days, me and my little brothers, we play all the time. and I haven't really played much since. And it just came out. He's like, "You got to get it." We started talking, and here we go. And it's a great way to cut weight, get your mind off of what you're doing.
Yeah, you get in the zone. So
Yeah,
Sit in the
I can sit in
sauna
there
and play.
forever and just sweat it all out and stay occupied doing, instead of just thinking of how miserable I am.
yeah, cool.
Awesome, man. All right, well, we'll let you get to it, man. Thank you very much for giving us some of your time. We'll be tuned in on December 3rd. I don't think we'll be there. Maybe Mike will. I will not, but we'll see you if we see you.
I appreciate it, guys.
All right, brother.
All right,
Take it easy.
Later.
The redneck Dave Mundell, 5-1 in his BKFC career, all fights at 185 pounds, and he moves down to 175 and gets an immediate title shot against our buddy Francesco Ricchi. He is next up on the docket for our show tonight. Want to bring him in, Mike? Yeah, let's bring him in.
Minutes.
All right.
Oh, you want to do it now? Okay, sure. We'll bring him in now.
Here he is, the middleweight champion for the BKFC, 175-pound monster himself, Francesco Ricchi. What's up, buddy?
Hey, what's up, guys? How are you?
Yeah.
What's going on, man? What are you in the gym?
Yeah. I was gonna try to bolt home and make it back because my phone's also, very low. And I trained down in Kendall, and I live in Lauderdale, so that would have been a 45-minute drive, and I don't think I would have made it. But I would have pulled over to finish this interview for sure, though.
Putting in the work, man. It's good to see you again. We saw you.
Here's a lab. Here's my coach, Master Splinter, Manolo Lopez.
Hey, Master Splinter, what's up?
Yeah. What's up, guys?
We're just doing what we always do on Wednesdays and Thursdays. We're always live, and we're always talking to you fucking badass bare knuckle fighters. And dude, we're excited about this fight, December 3rd in Hollywood, man. You're fighting your buddy Dave Mundell. We just talked to Dave. He's excited about making his debut down at 175, and he just happened to get himself a title shot against you. He said he was slightly surprised that he got a title shot as soon as he went down there, but were you surprised that was the opponent that they threw at you?
Yeah, yes and no. There kind of wasn't anybody else there once Richmond went up in weight. So, that illiterate cocksucker that always mentions me for whatever fucking reason, he wasn't going to fight me because, he just, I don't know, doesn't have any fur on his balls. But yeah, I was surprised as well, just because of the way that they announced it. Me and Palomino and Yuli were all watching the fights. I think it was BKFC 31 or 32. And all of a sudden we saw a poster with Palomino's name and my name on it. And I was like, oh shit, I guess I'm fighting, which was, it was just, it was cool, but it is what it is. I told Feldman, I'm like, yeah, dude, I could probably make December 3rd because I just had ACL surgery back in September. So I was like, yeah, I could probably do it, And then all of a sudden the poster came up and I'm like, okay, I'm doing it. So,
whoa. So you learned on the broadcast. That's fucking crazy.
Yeah, I like it. I mean, it's not like he made a decision for me that I didn't want to make, but it was definitely like the contracts weren't signed until like a couple weeks after. But I like finding out about it like that. I'm a real fighter. I'm not one of the guys that say, oh, I'll fight anybody anytime, anywhere. And then all of a sudden, like something like that pops up and I go, wait, hold on. Who did you talk to about this? Fuck no. I don't care. It is what it is. If you're going to fight who you need to fight. And especially right now, the seat that I'm in, I can't say no to anybody. If they told me I had to fight my dad or my teammate, I would just vacate the belt because I don't want to fight them. But you can't hold the title and choose who you fight.
So Dave, we just got done talking to him. You guys are cool with each other. Dave Mundell, man, this guy has been an absolute killer up at a 185. I know you've probably been impressed by what you've seen out of him. Training for a Dave Mundell, like, how you feeling and what are you thinking about this fight? Like, how do you see this fight playing out a little bit?
I feel really good. I know what I'm in for. By the way, guys, if my phone, it's at 5% now. If it gets down to like 2%, I'm just going to haul ass to my car, but I'll keep you guys on. I'll try to make it as inconspicuous as possible just so I can hook it up to the charger. Yeah, I'll try to keep it as professional as I can. Yeah. Sure. Mundell, what do I see about him? Nothing, dude. He's the thing that I see about Mundell is that he's a hard guy to look impressive against. He's very good at mitigating the risks that are taken in a fight. But you guys know me. I mean, you've seen me fight. Out of 5 fights, 4 of them are finishes, and the one that wasn't a finish was a fight of the night. So I'll bring the pain to him. You know, I'll definitely be aggressive. I'll be in his face, and it's either him or me that's gonna wake up. For bias.
This could be it.
We might be having that battery problem, there, bro.
Oh yeah. All right.
I think I think
no, I'm still at 5. Okay. Well, I'll tell you what. I'll be safe.
Your max headroom.
I'll tell you what. I'll go outside. I'll go outside just in case. So at least I have more signal too. But I'll just hook you guys up to the charger just in case. Yeah.
That could be it. You were starting to get it choppy.
But
you know what?
Yeah. No.
I loved how you just described Dave as a guy who's hard to look impressive against. That is like the perfect way to describe Dave Mundell. Like nobody looks phenomenal against him.
Yeah,
that is like spot on.
He's a very durable bastard. You know, he knows he's got good vision for strikes. He knows what he's doing. He knows where he's at, and he sees range very well. So he's a guy that if he doesn't want you in there, he doesn't want you in there. If you get into his comfort zone, he'll definitely make it a firefight. So you see guys that are always stuck in either the outside range or the inside range, but they both favor him. So anybody that's comfortable in the mid range, for example, would have a really hard time because they're either too close or too far. They're too far to the point that you're either overreaching and he then can counter you, which he does all the time, or you're into his safe zone where he's got short arms. He's a short dude. He packs a punch because obviously he's short and powerful. So you're in there getting your head shoot off, and then you got to get right back out because it's like, oh shit, what's going on? You know. So he's very good at mitigating that, at giving you only an inside or outside. Funny enough, the guy that he ended up losing to is probably the only person that he's ever fought with shorter arms than he does. That has shorter arms than him. So, and it was obviously a little bit more explosive. But I was at that fight. I think I know I debuted that night. So I watched that fight live, and I also watched his last fight live before I had any idea that me and him were fighting each other. Because, like I said, we are friends. I was in Tampa watching the fights with my girl, and it was a good night of fights. He fought, his teammate fought, and it was impressive. He fought Dave Simpson, and then he waited for the perfect opportunity, and he was able to catch him with a good counter shot coming in. But
we were just talking to him and talking about how you guys are buddies. And for you, this is going to be the second fight in a row where you got to fight a buddy. Is that weird for you now? I mean, obviously you guys, it's all business and stuff, but like 2 times in a row now you got to fight someone that you actually like. You don't want to punch him in the face.
I find it ironic because I was a small fish in my gym, many years ago. And obviously like the big guys, they give you advice and tell you what to do. And now I'm not one of the big fish. I'm too humble to fucking call myself one of the top guys at our gym. We have monsters here down in Freedom Fighters, but I try to help out some of the newer guys. And I tell them, I'm like, listen, bro, like here you're training against your friends. You don't need to go to World War III when you're sparring. You don't need to kill each other, even though in a boxing gym, you're always killing each other. But you don't need to kill each other. Wait till you're out there. You're fighting somebody you don't like, and that's your canvas. There you can paint your masterpiece. There, all your friends, your family, they're all out there watching you. That's when you can actually hurt the person. And of course, we never wish pain upon each other. It's not. Of course, we're going out there to hurt each other, but it's not like you want something bad to happen to your opponent. But at the same time, it's ironic that now all of a sudden the last 2 people that I fucking fought were both people that, well, I guess I'm not fighting somebody that I don't like and want to hurt, quote unquote. So I just find it ironic. But to be honest with you, I feel like eventually I'm going to run out of friends and I'm finally going to get to fight somebody that I either don't like or don't know. It is what it is. It's not like I'm trying to fight somebody that I have animosity with, because I don't really have animosity with too many people. You guys have met me. I'm a relatively polite guy. I try to get along with everybody. I don't find a reason to start a problem if there's not one to be started. But I think eventually I'll finally get back to fighting people that I don't like or people that I just don't know.
And I think it's kind of funny too. This is the 4th straight fight in the Hard Rock. This is like your home. This is your hometown. Yeah, you fought Brian Maxwell, Jake Bostwick, Yuli, and now Dave.
No kidding.
The Seminole Hard Rock in Hollywood, Florida is like fucking home turf for you now at this point.
That's a hell of a venue, man.
It really is. And like, I got to be honest, the first time we went to one of the fights, at the Hard Rock. I think it was the very first one. Was it
BKFC 18?
BKFC?
Yeah, that was when I fought Maxwell.
Yep, BKFC 18. Like when we walked in and we first saw the setup, we were all like, "Oh," me and him collectively, we were like, "Oh man, I don't know how this is gonna be." It fucking blew our minds, and like every time we've gone back there since, I absolutely love that place. That is the perfect place for these shows. Absolutely perfect.
That's the Mecca for sure.
It really is.
For sure.
And then you get throw like guys like you and Yuli and some of these some of the slaughterhouse guys. You guys fill that fucking that local crowd just fills that arena up, and it is so goddamn loud in there. The energy in the room is fucking insane. I love it there, man. And you must love fighting.
Absolutely.
There, sure.
Yeah, I do. I love it. And shit, the last 4 times that I fought was over there. It was supposed to be after Maxwell. I was supposed to be fighting down at the James L. Knight Center in Miami, and then I had that last minute opponent pull out. Well, the 5th last minute opponent pull out, but I like fighting at the Hard Rock. It's close to home. I actually used to live right behind the Hard Rock. I used to live right off of Griffin Road, right there next to the Hard Rock, Griffin and University. So I was very close. But even now, I'm just a 5-minute drive away.
Yeah, man, it's a fucking hell of an area. I love that place. Yeah. You mentioned somebody without saying his name a little earlier. If you get through Dave and you retain your title, is Mike Perry next in line for you? And are you guys finally going to be able to settle your differences inside the squared circle?
I don't think so. To me, that ship has sailed. I don't think that he will ever fight me, and I think that means that he's starting to come around and learn a thing or two. Because if he ever fights me, it'll be really fucking ugly. Because imagine him losing to somebody that he hates so much and had so much to say in the media. So he's just he's hiding behind some like technicalities that are all bullshit because he's already taken me to court and his fucking dumbass attorney failed to file a motion in time. So he's already lost in court too. But he's going to sit there and keep saying that shit to the public and, keep trying to hide and do whatever the fuck he can and not fight me because him and his fat ass diabetic manager don't want any fucking piece of me. But I don't mean to curse so much, by the way. It's just it sucks. Perfect. It sucks when you're blessed to be able to work for a company where if you don't like your coworker, you don't like the person that you don't like, you get to fight them. Even better is the fact that you're in the same fucking promotion, the same fucking weight class. You're the champion, right? So like now, of course, Perry's obviously more popular than me. Nobody knows who the fuck I am, but I'm the champion, right? So now I'm at number 1. So for him to get the belt, I'm not talking about that fucking Chuck E. Cheese belt that he won from a fucking gumball machine that he brought with him to fucking London. I'm talking about the actual belt, the fucking gold, baby. Like, this is what tells you, like, this is what separates the men from the boys. He wants to fight for that shit. He's going to have to go through me, but he's never going to. He's sitting there and he went up to Dave Mundell, and it's funny because they hate each other. This is what's priceless to me. They fought twice and they don't like each other. I mean, Dave's a very respectful guy. I don't know if he possibly hates somebody, but from what I heard, they don't like each other. So he runs up and he's like, hey, beat his ass, just get in there and punch him in the face, which is awesome. That's such a good game plan because I promise nobody I fought before has ever tried to do that to me before. So you just gave Dave the recipe to beat no Frank here. So I just, it's annoying when the question keeps popping over and over and over and over about some illiterate shit stick that's never going to fucking hold my jockstrap because he's never going to achieve what the fuck I achieved when it comes to actual merit and athleticism and being a fucking fighter. People love to sit there and jump on the Perry bandwagon because, he started a couple street fights with some random ordinary civilians that were inside of a restaurant trying to get him out of there because he was fucking dressed in slides and swearing his mouth off, which I'm kind of doing right now. But he's sitting there fighting random people that have never fought in the street. But then he admits to me that he turned down Kevin Lee, which is the reason why he got kicked out of the UFC. I even have a text message from him telling me that he doesn't want any problems with me and bare knuckle. So like everybody's like sitting there saying, oh, Mike Perry will fight anybody anytime, anywhere. Yeah, okay, cool. So it's like I know the truth, but I'm just keeping it to myself because again, he ran his mouth at fucking Orlando. I was right there. He didn't do shit. He didn't say shit. He didn't have any fucking words for me. We were in his hometown. So what's the fucking point of even talking about this guy when he's just not gonna fight me? When all of a sudden they do the shit that they did for me and Mundell, and they go, hey, boom, like main event for like Knucklemania, Perry versus Ricchi, or some shit along those lines. Good, then we'll come on here, we'll talk about it. But like I said, I just it's annoying having my hands tied behind my back, knowing that he's just not gonna fight me. And unfortunately, like I said, I feel like that ship is sailed. But actually, unfortunately, no, because now he's a father, it would suck if he grows up breathing through a fucking straw and can't even spend time with his fucking kids because he took the wrong fight. So I'm actually kind of happy for him that he's smart enough to stay the fuck away from me when it comes to the squared circle. But whatever, I can't lie to you. Of course, I would love to get paid an abnormal amount of money to beat him senseless, but will it happen? Probably not.
Jesus, man, you
really love him. I think.
I'm sorry.
There is real.
I'll tell you what.
It's a match made in heaven here, ladies and gentlemen.
All bullshit aside, and I've said this before too. Of course, like I could care less and less about his well-being. If you give me the choice right now, like, hey, would you wish the best for Perry, wish the worst for Perry? Fuck no, I wish the best for him. Also because there's other people around him that are probably good people. So I never try to let the shit fly. I have a personal problem with him that I would love to resolve at some point, but I wish him the fucking best. I don't care. And on top of that, do I respect him? Yeah, of course I respect him. He still fights. He still goes to war every time that he fights. Of course I do. But it's just annoying when we have that kind of animosity, that kind of beef, that it's not even like he was sitting there wishing me good luck after he fucking picked up his car from my shop, wishing me good luck for my fight in November that obviously never went through because I had that last minute pullout. And then all of a sudden, like the old bait and switch because he grew some hair on his balls after he beat Michael Seals, so just that kind of stuff's very annoying. But like I said, do I wish him the best? By all fucking means, just far the hell away from me, Wow. It's a problem that unfortunately it's almost like, you have a water heater that you just can't fix. No matter what, you can't fix it. It's like, fuck, like I'm just not going to take a shower in that fucking bathroom anymore. Like, it's just annoying,
I love it, man. Thank you. Thank you for really opening up with us here. What we're going to do here, we're going to ask you a couple questions about tomorrow's holiday, and then we'll let you get back to the gym. All right, buddy?
Sounds good. And thanks. I'm sorry about the bad lighting, the low battery, and all that stuff.
It's all about the conversation. Yeah. It's all good. It's
Thanksgiving speed round with Francesco Ricchi. Here we go. Number one, what's the best dish on your Thanksgiving table?
Bro, I'm gonna sound very bland for saying this, but the fucking bread, like the garlic, or not the garlic rolls, the
dinner
rolls? Butter rolls. Oh, exactly, bro. Because
the bread.
Yes, I'm sorry, man.
No. Mike's with you on this one.
100%. Listen. I said it last night. I said, Steph, do we got any rolls? And she was like, why? Did your brother ask? Because Tina was asking me. And I was like, no, he didn't ask. I'm asking. So all of us are asking for rolls.
Make them early, bro. Make them early.
There it is. Number two.
Who in your family is most likely to ruin Thanksgiving?
Me, for sure. Guaranteed,
me.
3
people out of 4 so far.
That's 3 out of 4. That's fucking great, man.
My brother's a saint, maybe my sister. My sister, I could see her doing something stupid, but nah, forever. As of right now, she's far away. She's in Australia. For sure, I'm the runner-up. I would dedefinitely fuck up Thanksgiving first.
Pound for pound, number one, fucking up Thanksgiving is Big Frank. Yeah. Here we go. Number 3, what is your post Thanksgiving meal routine? What are you doing after you eat?
On a normal Thanksgiving, or you mean like because of this fight coming up?
No. Let's pretend the fight's not coming up. What are you doing normally?
After Thanksgiving, just go out and drink. Now that I have all these fucking carbohydrates inside me, I guess I have a higher tolerance. But not really. I don't eat too much because we also eat pretty late. We get over to the house where we do Thanksgiving at, which has been a tradition now for the last almost 20 years. Because we're Italian, so we don't actually do a Thanksgiving. Over there, I mean, we have a version of Thanksgiving, but when we come here, it's like, the big turkey, like you cook everything, you have gravy and carrot soup, which is actually one of my favorites as well. So we go over to their house, but everybody that goes there, because this company Reverso, and it's all a bunch of Italians that work there, we all eat dinner very late. So we get there like 3 or 4 o'clock, and we don't actually eat until like 6 or 7. So, by the time you leave Thanksgiving lunch/dinner, we're pretty fed, and I'm probably not gonna eat anything until midday the next day.
There you go. And then it's party time. Number 4.
That's right.
How soon after Thanksgiving does the Christmas tree go up?
Dude, if it was up to my girlfriend, she would have had the Christmas tree up back in June. But with me, I'm like, hey baby, let's wait till after this fight, and then we'll put up the tree. But no, I'm pretty sure she's gonna go get a Christmas tree on Friday.
There it is. The weekend after Thanksgiving is the normal answer, I think. Dude, We are excited about this fight with you and Dave Mundell. We like you guys. You're both great fighters and good dudes, and we enjoy our time with both of you. Any final words you want to say before we let you
go? Not much. I actually thought you guys were gonna ask about the weight cut because I was watching you guys talking to Palomino and then talking to Dave. But nah, I guess nothing really. I was just
the weight cut. Wait a second. Why do you struggle with the weight cut to 175?
No, I don't struggle making 175 at all.
I didn't think so.
So the last couple of fights, I actually had a really easy weight cut because I was very close to 85. Or sorry, I was really close to 75 because of the knee, because of the other stuff. And then when I fought Maxwell, I only had to cut to 85. But this is probably going to be a little bit of a cut. Not going to lie.
Well, good luck to you on that.
Not nothing massive, just compared to the last one, which was literally just like fucking 5-10 pounds. Yeah. This one's gonna be just a little bit more, but not that much. Not as much as Dave. I saw him, his face all sucked out, and him nice and dry when he was in the camera. He's got beautiful cheekbones now. You can see it.
He bought an Xbox to keep his mind off of it.
Bro, you guys saw him, right? He was nice and skinny.
Yeah.
He's gonna slow roast right next to that turkey tomorrow. Get ready, baby.
Bring the gravy.
He's on his way, man.
That's
He's on his way for sure. Well, man, best of luck to both of you guys to go put on a fight of the night performance, both of you. BKFC 34, December 3rd, Hollywood, Florida. Francesco Ricchi versus Dave Mundell for the 175-pound title, defending his title. Thank you very much for your time, sir. Mike, got anything else for him?
Thank you for coming on. Can't wait to see this fight. Wish we could be there. I might be there, but maybe not. I don't know. So
if you're there, come to the after party, brother.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
God willing, me and Dave, of course, are both safe after the fight. No crazy damage because, of course, you never know nowadays. But may God keep us both safe. But if so, then let's all go to the fucking after party and have a good time.
Yes, sir.
All right, man. Well, enjoy yourself tomorrow as much as you can, and we will talk to you soon.
You got it, my brother.
All right, take it easy.
Take care.
Bye.
There he is. There he is, 175-pound champ, Francesco Ricchi, fighting Dave Mundell. December 3rd, man. I wish I could be there. I cannot, but you know what? Circumstances come around and we can't make them all. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We have our last guest of the evening in the waiting room right now. He is going to be fighting Luis Baboon Palomino for the 155-pound title. This man is on a 3-fight win streak in the 155-pound division. He is a gentleman of violence. He is Tom motherfucking Shoaff.
Boom.
How's it going, guys?
Boom. What's up, dude?
Not a whole lot. Just sitting here hanging out, watching you guys talk to Francesco.
Yeah. Sorry, we're running a few minutes behind, but you know how this always works. Dude, you got yourself your title shot. You called for it. When we talked to Luis a little earlier tonight, he goes, "I'm the champ. I'm asking for people. It should be the other way around. People should be calling the champ out." You called the champ out. It worked. You got that title shot, dude. How happy are you that you get this opportunity to go in there with him?
This is just it's all the hard work I put in for the last 15 years. It's all the disfiguration on this beautiful face. It makes it all worth it. I've got a chance to go out there and prove to the world that I'm, better than the best. So
listen, we saw the pictures this week, the disfiguration. I mean, come on now. You're like the picture perfect bare knuckle fighter out there. You're the guy. You're the mustachio. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
you got that black and whites going.
Yeah, I got the look. I got the style. I might as well just get the belt too.
There you go, man. I tell you, I was telling somebody about this upcoming event, and I was like, this guy Tom Shoaff. I'm like, he's like exactly what you would think a bare knuckle fighter would look like. And they're like, "What do you mean?" I'm like, "Hold on, pull my phone out." I'm like, let me get my phone out. Pull up your Instagram. And they're like, "Holy shit. You're right. If you asked me to describe a bare knuckle fighter, that is what he would look like right there." Yep. It's funny. And I showed him the picture of you like in front of the John L. Sullivan statue.
Poster boy.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, dude, awesome, man. You have put in the work. You've been a company guy. You've been in there. You fought. This will be your 8th fight, right? 8th fight. 8th fight for the company. You fought nothing but the best. You're on this 3-fight win streak now. All hard work pays off, ladies and gentlemen. And now you get to go in there against a pound for pound champ who is ultra confident, by the way.
Oh, I'm sure he is.
He was on the show a little earlier. We asked him what impressed him about you, and his answer was nothing. I mean,
I don't think we ever really get a different answer most of the time. To be honest.
His answer was nothing. I mean, Tom, not even your
That's
mustache. Like, he didn't say anything. He didn't say a goddamn thing. Now let me ask you. You're going in against the number 1 pound for pound guy, Luis Palomino. He's 7-0. Talk a little bit about your opponent and what it would mean to give him that first loss on his bare knuckle record.
I mean, there's a reason Luis is, pound for pound number 1. He's got 7 wins. He's got 2 belts. I can't take any of that away from him. I could come up with any number of reasons why I think he shouldn't have won the fights that he won, but the more point is he won those fights. There's a reason he's considered the best in most people's eyes. I think that's great. I think that's fantastic. I think that he believes his own hype, and maybe he should, but I don't. I don't believe the hype. I don't believe that he is this gift to bare knuckle. I'm trying very hard not to be rude, but Luis has had his fucking time. All right. Like, that's the best way that I can put it. Like, he's done good things. He's had his opportunity in the sport, and nobody's here to take any of the things he's already done away from him. I'm just here to take what I believe is mine. And that's the 155-pound title. I think mentally he's already moved up to 165 pounds. I think physically he's past his prime, and that's why he's full of Mexican supplements. And I think that on December 3rd, we're going to figure out who the better fighter is. Not who's the better athlete, not who's the better boxer, not who's got the cooler training partners or the more impressive fucking facility, like who the better fighter is. And that's what it means to me to fight the best, pound for pound in the world. Is I'm gonna beat you. I'm gonna prove to the world that you're not the best.
Man, ultra confident going in there against Luis Palomino. I love
Very
it.
confident.
I love it, dude. This fucking fight has fight of the year potential written all over it. A lot of his fights have gone the distance. I don't know when. Was it Jim Ayler's the last time he finished someone?
Yep.
But all of his fights are impressive. You agree with that, right? He goes to war with these guys, and
like I said, I mean, I can find things to pick apart about each fight, if I wanted to be that guy. But the point is he's won. Like, if I want to give credit where credit is due, he's gone out there and he's won. That's as polite as I can be about it. We want to get deeper into it, then I think that there are things that have certainly been in his favor in each one of those fights. And I think that I'm bringing something to the table. I'm bringing a combination of things to the table that he's never seen before. And I think that's why he's going to be in for a rude awakening on December 3rd, because what I have to offer is a combination of sorts that he's never had to experience, even in his MMA career. He's never experienced somebody like me, and I'm completely confident in that.
What is it that sets you apart from guys like Tyler Goodjohn or Dat Win or even Elvin Brito? Like, Brito is one of the most unorthodox fighters out there.
Mm-hmm.
What is it about you that is so different from the opponents that he's gone through?
I think the combination of heart, and skill. You know, not to say that Elvin Brito isn't talented, because Elvin Brito is very talented, and I think he got robbed of a fucking decision win when he fought for that title. I think Elvin absolutely beat Luis Palomino. That's one of my things that I could have thrown out earlier, but anyway, you know, I think that between my height, my reach, my ferocity, my forward pressure, my movement, my footwork, my punch output, the fact that I don't slow down in fights, I get faster. If you watch any of the fights and you go through any of the CompuBox numbers, my punch counts go up. Like, I continuously put on pressure. I continuously in your face. I'm going to break your body down. I'm going to break your head down. Like, I have, what I feel is there's a reason why I look the part. It's because I am the part. Like, this sport was, I'm built for this, plain and simple. And not to say that any of those guys aren't, but none of them have the coach that I have. None of them have the corner that I have. And I mean that, you know, my coach, Andy Pierce, is the greatest ally anybody could have when it comes to combat sports. And I'm just blessed to have that man in my corner. And we've been preparing for this for a long time. You know, I think that's another thing that I have to my advantage is I've been waiting for this fight since I yelled it after my last fight. I've been training for this fight since June, July, like literally training to fight Luis since June or July. You know, like I've got months of preparation. I've got years of anticipation, and I've got everything else.
And here you are. And I know we said earlier, hey, you called them out and you got the fight, but it wasn't as easy as you just calling them out and getting the fight, right? Because there was a time where there was a lag, you know, you fought, and then there was a time of, all right, after your fight, sure, maybe medical suspension for a little while, cool. Then after that, training, and let's do some contract, you know, business behind the scenes. But then you were online and you were, you know, recording yourself, like waiting on you. And then you started coming out with more stuff. And I feel like it did take a little while. What was the holdup there? What do you know exactly what it was that was holding up the contract negotiations, or were there even any at all at that point?
I know as much as they'll tell me, you know. And from what I could figure it out was, first it was a venue. So over a 2-week period, I got 5 different phone calls. But first it was venue, then it was opponent, then it was location, then it was another opponent, then it was maybe we won't do it for the belt, then it was completely off the table, then it was no, we're going to do this, we're going to get this figured out. You know, but fortunately, you know, I was able to get a hold of Feldman, and after all the chaos and all the craziness, you know, I just called Feldman personally, and I talked to him, and I said, hey man, I don't know what the hell is going on, but we got to get this figured out, because I can't sit on the bench anymore. I can't sit and wait anymore. You know, hindsight always being 2020, it was a good thing that it kind of played out the way that it did. Cause like I said, it's given me so much time to train and so much time to get better. And I'm looking forward to going out and, you know, putting those skills on display, you know, in December. But yeah, I think it was just a lot of just like you said, the behind the scenes stuff that none of us really understand or have to deal with when it comes to promotions, because we're not promoters. I think it was that stuff, and we can bitch and moan and complain about it, but let's be honest, they don't have a show unless we fight, and we don't have a show unless they put it on. So, right, you know, that's that.
Well, it played out the way it played out, and now you
find yourself in a now we're going to put on the biggest show of the year, you know?
Yeah. And like, I don't know if you heard us talking about that venue, dude. You guys are main eventing in one of the best venues for a bare knuckle event. I swear to God, I'm not shitting on any other venues, but that Hollywood Hard Rock is fucking perfect for this sport. It is fantastic. And hold on, I keep getting distracted by this comment. We have
Yes.
we have a New York Tutors is the YouTube name, and he says my wife wants Tom to make an OF page. You're sponsored by OnlyFans, correct? My wife says if she can't get Tom never mind, I can't read that.
You'll read it afterwards.
You'll read
Tom.
it.
I'm
Go
gonna
into
tell
the
you,
comment. Yeah, go into the comments and read.
You were
read these
talking
comments.
and I saw it and I tried not to laugh because you were talking about something serious. And I read this shit and I'm like, oh, Jesus Christ. My wife wants you to make an OnlyFans page. Okay.
Yeah. And then he basically offered the wife up, man. I got to tell you, man.
Dive into the YouTube comments after the show.
Gross.
You're obviously you're obviously loved, my friend.
Well, I appreciate the love, but gross.
Hey, you never know. This could be like Kathy Ireland or some shit.
Kathy
That's
Ireland.
not the point, bro.
What is this,
If your
I
man's
love-
willing to
that's
offer
why
you
I
up
put it.
on a YouTube page, chances are not likely.
Right?
Oh my god.
Yeah, like Kathy Ireland. You like that? That was like that's a random pull right there.
I don't even know who that is.
Kathy Ireland was like a
model,
sport,
like the
was
early
like a
90s.
Sports Illustrated swimsuit model in like 1993, dude.
Okay, all right.
Yeah. She's
All right.
Fucking Mike
Like
with
the chick with the mole. You remember
Madonna?
Yeah, I mean, that was
No, not
Cindy
Madonna.
Crawford. Cindy
her?
Crawford.
Cindy
Cindy
Crawford.
Crawford.
Yeah, that one.
Yes, same era.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Matter of
Fact,
fact,
put down.
fun trivia fact. You
My
ever
name is Singer.
see have you ever seen National Lampoon's Loaded Weapon 1? It was like a spoof on Lethal Weapon starring Samuel L. Jackson and Emilio Estevez.
No, but that sounds fantastic.
It is fantastic.
good.
You should look up National Lampoon's Loaded Weapon 1.
Is that when they go in the trailer?
Yes.
And it looks
the
like a
trailer's
trailer
like
on the
it's like a
beach.
mansion.
They
inside
walk
the
in
trailer.
and it's a fucking mansion. Yeah.
Yes. Dude, Kathy Ireland is Emilio Estevez' love interest in that movie.
Okay. All
Yeah.
right.
And she's like butt
We'll
fucking.
have to do a lot of research for this one comment, but I'm in.
Yes. Listen, and she's super like not very good looking with her hair up. She's got like this fucking really face, like this face. And then she turns around, she puts her hair down, and then she goes like this, and she turns around, and it's Kathy Ireland. You're
yes, that's right. That's right. It's too.
Dude, we just got way off track here.
Oh yeah, I love getting off track.
Nothing wrong with it.
No, Tom, are you coming with an army down there in fucking in Hollywood, Florida? Are you gonna go? Are you gonna go down there with your team and your team only with one goal in mind?
You know, I don't think I'll have an army, but I will have a good group of people with me. I got some friends from the gym coming down, my girls coming down, my mom's coming down, my uncle, some people from the church. You know, I've got a good little group of people that are coming down, but I wouldn't call it an army. No.
Have you worked on a big walkout here? Because I'm telling you, you're going against a walkout guy. You know, he's got some pretty damn good walkouts. You got something planned here?
Not really, man. I got a pretty cool walkout song, and I think it fits pretty appropriately for the scenario that I'm in. I know he's all into like his show and you know his fucking kimono that he wears and his mask and his samurai sword and all that other shit. And that's cool, you know. But like I did that shit when I was like my 4th, 5th professional fight. Like I gave up the thematics, the theatrics many moons ago.
I believe they call it pageantry in boxing, right?
Okay, all right, yeah, pageantry, sure.
The pageantry.
There he comes with the
I tried
pageantry.
to. I feel like the BKFC does a good enough job at making itself look like the WWE. It doesn't need the fighters helping out in any way, shape, or form. So no, I'm just gonna walk out and get pumped up like I normally do, and get in there and get ready to whoop some ass. You know, that's. I'm there to win a world title. I'm not necessarily there to put on a song and dance performance.
Have you brought anybody into your camp that has had experience with Luis or anybody that has mimicked him at all in your camp? No.
I've got some shorter fellas that I've been working with, and that's really it. You know, like I've been blessed that I have the coach that I have, and then I have the people that I have in my corner as far as motivation and get me where I need to be technically and physically. I haven't been equally as blessed with sparring partners and training partners, and that's not anything to say that there's not good fighters here in Oklahoma. It's just that, you know, Luis is, you know, it's Luis Palomino, you know, so it's going to be very difficult to find somebody who can match that size, that speed, that intensity. But I have guys that have a little bit of this, a little bit of that, you know, they can mimic and coordinate and are relatively same size and things like that. So I feel comfortable with the work that I've gotten in, you know, and I've always felt confident in my ability to maintain range. So, you know, could I have had better sparring partners? Yes. But do I feel any less confident? No.
This fucking fight is going to be fantastic. I swear to God, the two of you guys in there, what you bring to the table, what he's done so many times in there, I cannot fucking wait for this one. You have absolutely earned it, and you may very well be the toughest opponent he's ever stepped in there with. He'll tell us that Tyler Goodjohn was, and he very well could have been, but you know.
Yeah, I mean, Tyler Goodjohn literally was a fucking heavy bag with arms in that fight. He walks forward and let Luis punch him in his fucking face. Like, the guy threw less than 70 punches that whole fucking fight. Like, get out of here. Of course, that was his toughest opponent. And you still couldn't finish the guy. Let's be honest, bro. Like, the guy walked forward and let you beat his fucking ass, and you still couldn't put him down. It's not, maybe that says more about Tyler Goodjohn's chin than it does anything else. But yeah, you know, Tyler could very well be his toughest opponent. I don't have to be his toughest opponent. I just got to be better than him. That's it. You know, like I'm a tough guy. I can take a shot. We've proven that. If Julian Lane couldn't fucking knock me out, I don't think you're going to be able to knock me out, bro. If Joe Elmore couldn't knock me out, I don't think you're going to be able to knock me out, bro. Like, the only time I've been knocked out in this sport was against Diego Guerrilla, and if you watch that footage, I caught a forearm to the fucking neck. I got the worst Judy chop of my life. Like, nobody's getting up after that. But yeah, man, I don't need to be tough. I just need to be better.
Right.
And that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to be better. So yeah, man, it's going to be a great fight. This has fight of the decade written all over it. And I've said it before and I'll say it again. I'm going to finish that man in the 4th round. I'm going to set a pace from round 1, and he's going to crumble by round 3, and round 4, I'm going to put that man away. I will be obviously prepared, but blown away if he makes it to the 5th round. And I hope he hears me. I hope he's watching this, and I hope he's pacing around his house, fucking pissed off and frustrated, and headed to the gym right now to go put in some fucking miles. Go do it. Go put in more miles. Go put in more road work. You're going to fucking need it, dude.
Jesus. I can't even.
This is what makes me want it more and more. Like, you know what's crazy is like, all right, if we weren't trucking any of you guys, I'd be watching every fucking fight anyway. So it wouldn't matter. But like, now that we talk to you guys all the time and you just add and fucking, you just throw more fuel. Just keep going.
Well,
like,
I mean, that's what we're here to do, right?
On.
Like, let's be honest.
Yep.
You know, like, we're here to sell this fight, and I don't have to lie or be braggadocious or over the top to sell this fight. I'm just going to be completely honest with you and give you my opinion. That's from one man to the rest of the world. That's my opinion. Work harder, bro. You're going to need to. Like, and they just passed this new thing where they're not allowing like certain rehydration processes after the fights and whatnot. So best of luck with your weight cut, homeboy. Let me know how that cycle routine's working out for you.
Similar to what the UFC does, basically. They're trying to cut down on IVs.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I figured that would come eventually.
Yeah.
Can I ask you something?
Yeah.
Tom, if you win this fight and you take his 155-pound belt from him, will you immediately ask to fight him again at 165 and take the 165 belt?
No, because I'm not going to be a douche like him and clog up 2 weight divisions. Like, I know my place, bro. I'm going to stay in my lane. 165 pounds. Elvin Brito and Connor Tierney can get after it after one of them takes the belt from. I think Elvin should get a rematch. But I don't think my opinion, holds too much water for a lot of people. So, no, I'm not going to try to go right up to 165 pounds. I know my place. I know where I stand. I'll stay at 155. Okay. I'll keep the 155 pound division rolling and, hopefully get, 3 or 4 defenses in 2023.
There you go. That's fucking fantastic. That's a great answer, man. You are always entertaining on the mic, in the ring, outside the ring, at the events, dressed in your dressed to the nines, having a beer with the fans. I mean,
on the mic at Mish show.
On the mic at Mish show. I mean, like you are definitely one of the faces of the organization, along with your opponent on December 3rd. You guys are, I have no doubt, going in there to put on a fight of the year, like you said, fight of the decade contender. We're going to ask you a couple questions real quick, and then we'll let you get out of here. Thanksgiving is tomorrow. Thanksgiving speed round with the gentleman of violence himself. I know you probably aren't indulging in Thanksgiving, but just to go ahead and play with us anyway. What is your favorite dish on the Thanksgiving table?
My favorite dish, typically, so we usually make the same couple of dishes for all the holidays. But we make what's called a confetti macaroni and cheese. And basically it's like the old school Velveeta shells with like the actual Velveeta cheese. And then you get the old English cheese and you throw some of that in there. And then you put onions, red peppers, green peppers, and jalapenos. And you mix all that in there. And oh man, that's fantastic. And then my mom makes this dessert called banana cream pie. It's got a graham cracker crust with real bananas and whipped cream.
Oh,
and
man.
It's fantastic.
So
those are usually my 2 favorite dishes, but I can't indulge as much as I would like to this year. So I'm just going to have to have little bites.
Yeah, little bites. Why did I think that confetti macaroni and cheese had Fruity Pebbles in it? What the fuck is wrong?
I don't know, but I love Fruity Pebbles.
I do too.
If you don't like Fruity Pebbles, you can get the fuck out of here.
I fucking love Fruity Pebbles.
Be gone, sir.
I'm so glad that now that I'm a grown up that I don't have to eat Fruity Crisp anymore. My mom used to buy the bootleg brand, and I hated that shit.
Those ones are good too, though. Man. I mean, come on.
They work.
I mean, you could taste the generic, but that's fine. Like, it didn't matter. It was still sweet. That's all that mattered.
Fruity Crisp. Oh my god, I love it.
I'll never eat Fruity Crisp again if I have anything to do with it.
Number two,
who in your family is most likely to ruin Thanksgiving?
Oh man, I'm gonna take the easy road out here and say it's kind of fucked up, but so my brother Joe died a couple of years ago, and but it was really Joe, man. Like Joe's just the one. It
would have been
Joe's the oldest. He was the one that was most set in his ways, and if he wanted to fucking get drunk and smoke weed at 10 o'clock in the morning while everybody was trying to cook, God damn it, he was going to. And he was going to help you cook, and you were going to like it. So I'll take the easy road and not get myself in trouble this holiday and just give Joe a shout out.
Yeah, awesome. That is a fantastic answer, and shout out to your brother Joe. Number 3, what is your post-Thanksgiving meal routine? You got done eating the Thanksgiving meal. What are you doing with yourself?
It's usually like movies and sleep, man. In the past, when I'd hang out with my dad, we'd watch football and shit like that. But I won't see him this year. I'll see him for Christmas, but I won't see him for Thanksgiving. So this year, probably just going to be movies and sleep. That's probably going to be what is most
little
fitting
Home Alone,
for me.
Little Home Alone, little Wet Bandits, maybe.
I don't know if I'll be alone, but something will be wet.
Oh, Jesus Christ. All right. And last question for you, sir. Number 4.
How soon after Thanksgiving does a Christmas tree go up?
I don't know. That's not my responsibility. You're going to have to ask my old lady that one. She handles all that. She takes care of all the decorations. I say, good job, baby. That looks great, and then go from there.
Nice.
But I'll probably go with I'd have to agree with Frank, when he said, if it was up to her, she would have had it up in June or whatever he said. Yeah. She wanted to put it up last week. And I told her, no, I said, it's not even like she wanted to put it up before Halloween. I said, no. I said, no. Like, you just got 2 more holidays. What are you doing? So, but again, to give you an exact date, I don't know. Not a clue.
It's going to be
soon.
tomorrow.
The answer is
tomorrow
soon.
night.
Yeah, right. Knowing my luck, I'm going to come home from the gym tomorrow morning and she's like, guess what we're doing? Sweet.
The music will be playing. You'll hear Mariah Carey as you're going in the door.
Bro,
you open it up, you're like, oh, okay, here we go.
I would jam out to some Mariah Carey. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about that. Between that fantasy song and that All I Want for Christmas Is You, bro, me and Mariah, like this.
Yeah, go back like babies and pacifiers.
Damn right.
Was that a shout out to Old Dirty Bastard from a Mariah Carey song?
That's correct.
Oh man, Mike, you're on it, dude. Holy
like that?
Shit. Man,
Wu-Tang is for the family.
It's for here. Wu-Tang is for everybody. Tom Shoaff, man, congratulations on getting your title shot. We cannot wait to see you fight on December 3rd against the #1 pound for pound guy in the world, Luis the Baboon Palomino, Hollywood, Florida, BKFC 34. Any final words for anybody that's watching?
Thank you all for taking the time out of your day to listen to us ramble. And if you want to continue to support the Gentlemen of Violence and other bare knuckle fighters, buy the app and subscribe to the YouTube channels and observe all of our hard work and efforts, throughout the next handful of years, because that's what's going to keep us employed. So thank you for doing that to this point. And if you want to continue to support us, continue doing that. And that's all I got, man. I'm just gonna, you let me keep going, I'm gonna ramble.
Yeah, so. It's simple as that, man. You are a Gentleman of Violence. You are Tom Shoaff. You are the main event, December 3rd. Thank you very much for giving us a little bit of your time tonight, sir. Mike, you got anything else for Tom?
Thank you so much for coming on. I cannot wait to see this title fight. I know that everyone is waiting with bated breath. This is a fight that a lot of hardcore fans of BKFC have wanted to see for a while. They've wanted to see you in this position. Obviously, Palomino is who he is, and you've been fighting your way up the ranks to get here. So this is like a long time coming. So cannot wait for this.
Well, thank you both very much for saying as much, and thank you guys for having me here. And I'm looking forward to seeing you guys. Well, hopefully I'll see you guys next week. But if not, well, then we'll have to come back. I'll have to come back on after the show and show you guys my new belt.
All
Absolutely.
Right, thanks a lot. Have a good holiday tomorrow, and we'll talk to you soon.
Happy Thanksgiving, guys.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Later.
There it is. Tom Shoaff, the Gentleman of Violence himself. Dude, awesome guest tonight. All 5 guests fucking absolutely killed it.
It's good. It's good.
Dude, there's also, so that event is fantastic. There's also an event this weekend. We should probably talk about it real quick before we end the night.
Absolutely is.
There's the Newcastle. BKFC is in Newcastle.
Yeah.
This weekend, the main event is Mick Terrell and our boy Panda Banks. I say our boy because we've talked to him a couple times, and he's a funny bastard, and he's a fucking tough guy. We got to know him from his time in Fight Circus and Bare Knuckle Kingdom, but now he's fighting real BKFC. Not that the other shit wasn't real BKFC.
And he said it too to us. He was like, "Oh, I'm gonna be fighting BKFC," and here he is. It's like a full circle. It's so weird how that happens. We're like there in the beginning, he's fighting somewhere, and then boom, now he's fighting here. It's wild.
And guys, and for those who are going to be tuned into that event, it starts at 3:00 in the afternoon here. Yep. So is that Saturday? Is it Saturday or Friday? It's Saturday, right?
There it is.
November 26th is a Saturday. So Saturday at 3 p.m. in the afternoon, if you don't have any other shit going on, what better to do than sit down, open up a beer, get some snacks, and watch these guys beat the living shit out of each other in Newcastle, UK.
Yep. I am going to be watching. 100% going to be watching.
I will be watching as well. And then after that event is December 3rd in Hollywood. Man, the BKFC keeps rolling. And then after BKFC in Hollywood 34, they're in, where are they, in Thailand again? Is it in Thailand? The next Asian, the BKFC
Yes.
Asia, dude.
Yeah, they went to Thailand. They were supposed to go to Cambodia, was it?
Yeah, it's
and now it's Thailand.
They just keep fucking pumping out events. It's amazing. We have a new sponsor, by the way, guys. we have a new sponsor.
We were supposed to play this in the beginning. You went right through it.
Yeah, well,
you blasted right through that shit. I was like, "Are we playing this or not?" And then I was like, "Fuck it."
Well, no, but I didn't want to keep our guests waiting too long.
Well,
but I think we should play it.
I think it's. I mean, I don't. You can. It's kind of a waste at the end here, but you can play it.
Well, there's a few people that can see it, and then we'll play it at the beginning of the next one.
Yeah.
For those diehards that are here right now, get ready for the best of Mike Hunold at his best. Here we go. Do it, Mike.
Do it.
Norcom Mortgage and Michael Mish are delivering the American dream to those who serve America, helping veterans obtain the dream of home ownership. They offer programs that include no money down, no first-time homebuyer requirement, 100% cash-out refinances, rehab loans. They can help you purchase a home, purchase a condo, refinance an existing mortgage, create a dream home with rehab loan. To learn more, visit www.michaelmish.norcommortgage.com or call 860-884-2103.
Best in the business, my man, right there. Oh, Mike.
Hey, what's going on there? How do you like my 90s game show host?
Yuck it up voice?
Yeah. Hey, what's going on? Hey, what's going on there?
But dude,
that's my first legit commercial right there.
That is his first legit commercial. And guys, Norcom Mortgage is our newest sponsor. They are a fantastic company, and Michael Mish, who just happens to be related to me, is
not Mike and Mish, Michael Mish.
He is one of the top mortgage brokers in the entire country, guys. He is licensed in like how many?
38
states.
Yeah.
So you are anywhere in the country, you have a 38 out of 50 chance that he can help you out in refinancing your
and he can get a license in other states too. Dude, I think that's just what he's at now.
The guy's the best in the business for real. And I'm not just saying that because he's my cousin. He really is. He back in the day, I don't know, like 10 years ago, probably 10, 12 years ago, he was in the top 40 under 40 businessmen in some like business magazine in the country. Yeah. And now, now we're 40s something.
He's so still killing it though.
Yeah, he's still killing it, man. He's the man. We thank him so much for jumping on board here. Go to Norcom. Go to
it is www.michaelmish.norcommortgage.com or call 860-884-2103. You do not have to live in Connecticut. He can help you. And even if you have any questions, you can call him up and he will answer your questions. He already told us it does not matter if he doesn't have a license in that state. He can get a license, but if he even doesn't have it now, he will help you with any questions you have. So just call him up and ask away.
Ask away. 38 out of 50 states this guy is licensed in. He's the man. He is jumping on board with the Mike and Mish show, and he's joining our other main sponsor, Guerrilla Warfare Apparel. We got a couple of the new shirts on tonight. Stay violent, my friends. And he's got the Warfare shirt right there. Like we said, they have a big Black Friday sale going on all week. The Black Friday is Friday after Thanksgiving, but it's all week long. It's 20% off everything. And if you don't get out there this week, get on the website, use our promo code Mike and Mish, and get 15% off any other day. So with that said, we don't have a show tomorrow night. We hope everybody has an amazing Thanksgiving. Watch out for the libations and the family members, because every once in a while you get a little food in you, get too many drinks in you, and there might be there's a high probability of violence at fucking
or warfare
in your home.
So,
yeah. So Keep it civilized. Don't talk no politics at the dinner table. Eat the turkey. Enjoy yourselves. Watch some football, and we will catch up with you next week. Mike, do you have anything else for the peeps?
Yeah, I am thankful for all of you that are here watching and who have been watching, and I love this show, and I'm thankful for Kyle, and I'm thankful for the BKFC for helping us out and my family and all that good shit. So thank you all.
There it is, man. Happy Thanksgiving to everybody, and we will catch up with you next week. Peace.